See now, the man showed me here. Reluctantly too, because he knew that it was somewhat of an effeminate move. The young lady showed me here because she takes them all day long, I'm sure. So the angle for which you're viewed. I was talking to you guys there, I got up here. You can, based off of where cameras are, change how you are viewed on that little box that everyone's watching. Whether it be Ring of Honor, WWE, TNA, Warriors of Wrestling. So again, I got that right on camera. So the angles is something you need to look at with the camera. So, for you, you would look at your body and you would see, how do I not want to be shot? Sometimes I'm sitting like this. I know, and I'll do it for you motherfuckers, whether I'm in shape or not. There's a little roll right there. Go ahead, I'm not ashamed. Look at it. I know you want to look at it. CJ, you alright? You're looking at it longer than everyone else. Hypnotized by my shit. So this is not a flattering thing for Matthew to be right now. This isn't good. Am I right? So I'm aware of that. So I never put myself in that position when I know that there's a camera getting on me. So you have to understand your body, your colors, how you hold yourself, and constantly think, how do I want the camera to see me? Everyone has a mirror. Everyone has a phone. It sounds silly. Just hang out and watch yourself. I know for fact every picture you'll ever see of me in the last 10 to 12 years, I'm this. 100%. I know it. I see it. I'm aware of it. That's why when there's cameras here and something, look, you can turn it off. I won't lie to you. At this point, I stop. Some of you have a different profile. Some of you men, it's not going to be funny, have a profile. Use that. So understand how the camera is seeing you and your moves. I'm just talking about how the camera sees you standing still. You really want me to with your head? Fine. The camera is there, the hard camera. We all know this term. Anyone not know this term? It's totally cool. The hard camera's here. I can't tell you how many times I see all these guys that do these fantastic spots that I'm telling you I couldn't do with G.I. Joe figures. God bless you guys. You're awesome. Don't let anybody change you. You run them this way, which is great because you see my face, but the minute I turn around, not only can you guys probably not hear me now, but you also can see me. And that's the most important thing that you should remember. Did anyone hear what I just said? No fucking way. Okay? So, nothing seen, nothing heard. Run your spots east and west to your hard camera. I've said this, most of you know this too. This is not a, oh my god. Run it this way. I'm spending a little more than 10 minutes with you. So why do some guys get to TV or not? Number one is understanding how to run camera angles. Then, real quick, don't have a belly that hangs over here. Don't be a shitty worker. Don't have so much space in between your headlock that I could slide another body part through there. Have your shit look right, and we'll go over that. But he asked, how come some guys get to TV and some don't? Step one is that. After that, there's a million of them. Some dudes are 6'10". Some guys are just really good looking. You know what I mean? Everyone's got something. They could be looking for something right now after WrestleMania. Fuck, you know what I want? I want a kind of sort of Spanish Hindu witch Rihanna chick. And I want to put her with an effeminate, charismatic, such and such. Ding! So, there's more answers to your question, but... Yeah.
I know it's not an easy question.
Yeah, but did you guys get something from that? Alright. Vin, how long you been wrestling?
This is my third day.
Your third day! Woo! Okay, you want to know something, guys? Vin is better than all of us in this room. And that's the truth. What's up, dude? Aaron. Aaron? A-R-O-N. What's up, dude? Joe. Easy son of Joey. Aaron. Brother of Moses. I remember shit biblical. I've been doing this for 3 days. Unspoiled. Virgin. Right? Yeah. You listen to me right now. You don't let anything, anyone in this room But anyone you ever meet from this day forward in wrestling, change your heart right now today. It sounds so easy, but I promise you, bro. He was 3 days once. I was 3 days once. John Cena was 3 days once. This game will change. Don't ever forget your heart today. You're 3 days in, bro. You love this? I'm sure you got a great story. Please just promise me you'll keep a little sliver of who you are today. Try. Just try. And you're all shaking your head like, oh, because we all got infected. We all did it. Some of you people, and I'm going to get to you. He's been doing it 3 days. He's been doing it 10 years. You all do shows. You all got it. So let's take advantage of it. It's a passion. Let's not say you shouldn't be doing shows. Let's empower what you guys already are inflicted or afflicted with.
My question is with MMA being as big as it is nowadays, submission holds in wrestling, when you get that guy into an armbar, is it going to still be in like a kind of position where it's going to be working that hold to try and lock it in to make it more believable? Because we all know if you spend 30 seconds in an armbar right now, you're going home with a broken arm. So is it more so like a struggle of trying to lock it in where wrestling's going to move to, or is it still going to be in that, you know, keep it in, and if the fan doesn't know anything, that's how it stays?
So my 3-day-old mind asked me a great question. I know you all do shows. Promise you. You're better than all of us. He said with MMA, did you guys hear his question? You all heard it? No. He said with MMA being what it is, everybody watching, whatever, is the business going to move to something, like how can we just sit? You're talking about that armbar, or
like
you're talking about this wrestling armbar? The cross armbar, fine. You know this hold where we all lay and go, oh, touch my dick, touch my dick? His question was, it is, anyone's ever been in that shit. Yeah, I always got to move people to the left because they're always right on my shit. The question was, you know, how does wrestling kind of, I guess, respect the realism of UFC and stuff? And he brought something up, and you didn't hear it. How long have you been wrestling? A year and a half. And you do shows consistently? Okay. So he's saying, you know, with that hold, should a struggle be there? What do you guys think? Should we still pro wrestling it? And the guy goes, ah, ah. Or should we make it, don't get turned on over there, let them noises, I know you. Should we make it a struggle to finally get the guy? Ooh, he thinks it depends. Okay, what? Where?
The story you're telling.
Come on, man.
You know, if the guy's big move is the armbar, then once he hits it, you should not fight out of it. That's the story, right?
Okay.
But if it's just, you know, if the guy is just, hey, it's a move he manages to lock in, then you can tell the story of, oh, you know, maybe it's a bigger guy than you. You know, if I give an armbar to Brock Lesnar, he should be able to fight out of it.
Okay. What if it's a birthday show for my 6-year-old little cousin? Or it's a Ring of Honor showcase of honor. Is that a thing? It's probably a thing. Even though I just made that shit up, it's probably a thing. Okay, honor. What about there? A kid's show? Birthday party? Or a super indie kind of like show?
Kids party, that's where you do the fighting, because they don't know what an armbar feels like, or they don't.
Say that part again?
The kids, they don't know what an armbar feels like.
The kids don't know what an armbar feels like. Neff says. Neftali?
Yeah, Neftali. Yeah.
Do you know what this means in Arabic, Hebrew, maybe? Yeah. Does anyone know? This is fun. It's not do wrestling. Wrestle. To wrestle. Yeah. To struggle. Wrestle. So, to struggle. He said the kids don't know what an armbar is. So if the man, Romano and I are wrestling in front of kids. And can you put me in that thing? And it's all kids, right? It's all kids, right? No, I just want to talk to them. Oh, sorry. It's all kids, right? All children. If he starts to go ahead. Go. All kids. Or, again, which one? I don't know. I'm asking you, in your mind. Your mind, 3-day-old mind. Guy who asked the question. Which one?
In my 3-day-old mind, I think the behavior should be the same whether you're at that birthday party or if you're doing Ring of Honor.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I haven't heard from you. Are you still wearing a hospital thing on your arm? Are you okay? Fair enough. No, I don't want to pick up and body slam you and have your, IV. You're right there, right? Good. So, let's engage. Which one? Better. The kids. Little. I'm trying to listen. Second one because I'm selling it. Ready. Which one? One. So I'm saying the words. Do you remember your first part of your question?
Yeah. With the way that MMA is becoming more popular in this day and age, the evolution of holds.
How do we work the holds to make them real? What's up?
So the first one could register pain. I don't want to be in the hole. That's all I want to be in. So when you register pain, you learn not to be in that pain. I can get a beating for the first time. So, oh, I'm in pain. Let you not take that beating again.
You don't get that? You didn't get that? You just get the last part?
When I'm get beating, you realize I don't want to take a beating no more, so I'm not going to do that again.
The reason I shine the light on that is because he made an emotional connection to what was going on in here, right? Something I can relate to. I've never been in the arm bar, says little Johnny, because he never has. He will 100% go home and do this. But he can drop his hook, his pin, something into the emotion of mommy's gonna hit me. I know what that's like when mommy hits me. For those that have been hit by their moms. Anyway. So to your point, what I'm trying to illustrate to you is both would be okay. In front of little kids, the second one would be the one that I would go with because it was short, quick, and concise. Facial, I quit. Me, when I'm, 9 bond hits deep, I can get that. The dumbest person can get that. With the struggle though, if you can learn that now, 3 days in, that not every hold should just be done, you're going to be better than everyone else. Because with the advent of UFC and MMA, you are 1,000,000% correct that fans like us will watch this differently. It's something I plan to talk about today, and you brought it up, so here it is. The kids will always boo and cheer and do what they're supposed to do. They're easy if you're smart. If you go out there and you do Ring of Honor Lucha Underground times 10 on crack for Johnny's birthday party, God bless you, you're great. You're a fool. At 24, 25, go ahead, do it. You want to be doing this when you're, 40? Go ahead. The guy behind the camera is 40. Go ahead, because there's a lot of ways that you can never have to work a 9-to-5 job in your life if you do this right. So there you go. You are Chris. What's your question? How long have you been wrestling?
I'm wrestling a year and a half.
Year and a half.
Question would just be like the psychology of the pacing of a match.
Pacing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Pacing of a match. How do we pace our motions? Anyone ever get in a real fight? Keep your hand up high, actually. Some real shit. Like that you were scared for a minute. You?
I was scared. Yeah, I've been in fights.
Tell me your experiences. Your experiences with real fighting.
One time when I was in middle school, I was just walking through the stairway and I bumped into one of his kids and he gave me an attitude and one thing led to another and eventually he shoved me into a wall and at first it was scary but then I realized, oh no, fuck you, I'm not taking this. I had to do something.
How old were you?
I was about, I want to say 12.
12. Do you hear how he told the story? And I'm not trying to be funny. His voice literally started here and made its way all the way up to here by the time he was done with the story. Am I wrong? The pace of his story, the escalation of the conflict is the pace of your match. You have a job that involves interacting with people of a aggressive nature on the continual, right? How do you approach that?
Well, you want to start, just basically like what you said, you want to start here and hope that it doesn't build low. You want to start at like a 0. Oh yeah. And you don't want to get up to that 10. You want to stay at that 0.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Because if it escalates like it escalated with CJ, then not only do you have a problem, that guy's going to have a problem now too, or that girl's going to have a problem too. Then it, like you said, we get real and try to avoid that.
Okay. A year and a half doing the wrestling? A year and a half doing the wrestling? You do the wrestling shows out in the crowds in front of the people? What is your character on the wrestling shows?
Big tough guy goon.
Big tough guy goon?
Yeah.
And your character on the show? Big tough guy goon.
Kind of like a cool kid, like a fuckboy type.
Like a what boy?
Fuckboy.
Fuck boy? I didn't call that. That ain't a good thing. What is that?
Guy that towards girls like gets their numbers easy.
Oh, like a
player.
smooth player? Okay.
Matt, I've never seen him do that gimmick once. I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
18, so fuck boy 18. I don't know my words. This is good. Okay, so this is what I want you guys to do. Time out. You're gonna go, just so you know, 5 US minutes. And you are going to pace your match to build to something that we are going to figure out. And hopefully that'll help to answer your question. Officer. You, officer. Black Lives Matter. Fuck you. Oh, yeah? I've got my phone on you, motherfucker. Do something. Do something. Why don't you do something? Just like that, the whole time? Really? The whole time? Nothing. How do I get you to fucking do something? Your eyebrows twitching, officer. Put my hands on you. I'm not touching you, officer. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. Your hand isn't on your piece. No, I need to know that. I need that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Fuck you, officer. Black lives. You asshole. Fuck you. Can you guys see it? I'm not being funny. Your hand is legit shaking right now. That's pacing. There's energy building inside of him. You understand? I've known him a long time, so there's not a we don't know each other weirdness. But I see his hand is legit starting to tremble a little bit. There's emotion and energy building inside of him. Okay? He's the good guy, I'm the bad guy. I'm antagonistic. My pacing is a little more, hey fuck you, what do you do? Something motherfucker. At some point, keep going. Keep your hand on your piece. So we're out in the street. You know what he does for a living? He's got one. Hey, fuck you. Hey, fuck you. Ooh, smoking the pot. Fuck you. Fuck you. You just gonna stand there? Yeah, no, I'm not. I showed it to you. Oh, you touched me. Ow! Oh, everyone look. He hit me with his gun. He fucking hit me with his fucking gun.
Take one step back. Arm's length distance.
Let me ask you guys something. Did I get a little too close to something like that? Did you feel that? Okay. Pacing. I want you guys for 5 minutes to build us to that arm's distance, motherfucker. Do you understand that? It's not, okay? It's not a spot. I want you to build to, pick whose face or heel, I don't care. But I need you to build to. We don't want you running unless you have to. We don't want no dodging. You understand what I'm trying to go for? It's the first page of the book. Everyone goes right past it. We do it with the instructions on our new phone. We do it with everything. We don't fucking. First page tells you everything. You can learn to master the first page, you'll have an advantage over every indie fuck that's out there. Because there's competition out there. They're everywhere. Everyone's doing your gimmick. Everyone's got a shaved side of their head. Everyone is bunny. Okay? I'm just saying though. And she's like, no, they're not. Yeah, they are. Solo Dark is bunny. Good job. Very nice. So how do you make them go? How do you make them go? To TV. This tie. So by the end of the night, everybody's going to tie to everyone's questions. So, you know, first page is the most important thing. And all wrestlers do when they start a match, what I'm going to say is I'll bet you they're going to do it, so we'll leave it alone. 5 minutes. Who's got my clock? I got it. Alright. 5 minutes, what is their task?
Go to that arm's distance spot.
Okay? Let's go. Ding. Let's go. You know, let me stop you guys. Build to that moment right there. You guys do shows, right? I'm not being an asshole. Neither one of you understand. Not as if they're bad. I'm telling you by the look in your eyes. You don't get what I'm saying. Just chill for 2 seconds. Raise your hand if you think you understand what I'm going for. Raise it like you have a dick or vagina, not like you're like this. You? Where is this? I want to believe you so bad. Yeah? Do me a favor, the two of you, can you illustrate this for me? How long have you been wrestling? A year? Almost 2. So they're in the same time frame as you. I want you guys to stop that for 2 seconds. So Bunny and Mel. Close. There. Can it be D? Can it be D? D. Alright. Here we go. Yeah, reset. You know what? Go 3 minutes. 3 minutes building to the and ding.
Shit. Oh, look, the dance and shit. Oh, you're a stripper? No, you can't do that. You're a stripper?
No, I'm a hip hop dancer.
Same thing.
Yeah.
I know she would do that.
Yeah.
I don't want this, dude. I got dollars. I got dollars to do with dance. I'm not with that.
You can't dance?
I want dance.
You can't dance?
I want dance.
Can you wrestle?
I know. I can wrestle.
You can't wrestle.
Girls can't wrestle.
Oh, you can't wrestle.
Girls can't wrestle. Girls can't wrestle. See what you got. See what you got. Look at you. Look at you. I'm for that. Look at you.
I want to touch this though.
Look at you. Fun into that. Good. Oh, that was stripper.
That was a late reaction.
You can't touch me, huh? You can't touch your body?
Real cute stripper. Real cute.
Woo! There we go. Oh, you're not recording? I don't play this.
Stop right there. Stop right there. How much time? Minute 18. You guys were cool. We're cooking for a minute 18, and you finally ran out of stuff to do. Do you understand what they were doing now? What were they doing?
Telling a story about how it's going around the fact and just
Going around the fact. Really good. The fact of?
they trying to
Okay. Okay. Now do you think you can hop in there and give me 5? They did $1.18 and he lost his children. Time out. What made you decide to physically approach?
You started crip walking.
And
all of a sudden, me being like I am.
Who else knows that? I think you're a nice boy.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so who else knows that?
Pretty much, she started attacking underneath the crowd. Like, wow, be disrespectful. You call Phil a stripper.
Okay.
That's a dickhead move. Now call her like a balance stripper.
Pause. They had us for 1 minute and 17 seconds. So finally, he decided he had enough. What was the moment I wanted to build to? What was the moment I wanted to build to? What? Arm's distance.
So, I think we could have let him marinate a little bit more, and then I would have been up in with big. Then him to stud.
Yeah, hang on. Take out the marinate because he took it out with his physical. But you're right, and that's where I'm going right now. You could have easily shown your height difference, your gender difference, your other obvious differences, and anyone walking down the street will slow down a little bit because she might be in trouble. It's just the way the fucking world is. Once she did that, you're coming in and just getting right there, and you could literally have recreated what I did with Chris. Boom. Whatever Bunny decided to do from there, Bunny could cower and Chris walk out, turn around and put it back in your face. Bunny could walk you out, and you guys could have bought at least another 30 to 45 seconds, which would have put you in about 2 minutes. Your producer asked you for what? 3 minutes? Another minute, you guys could have kept going with that. That's pacing. So, to your point with your question, Chris, you decide the pace. If D and I we know we got 12 minutes, and we're feeling good, and this is a hot crowd, you know what, man? Let's run for 10 minutes or until I can't breathe anymore. Ready? Go! Zing, zang, boom, hang, whoa, hey! It's up to you, your talent. The smart money is always on that piece right there. Because, and this might be crass, you can always relate wrestling to sex or masturbation or anything that has gratification at the end of it. Think of how, in the porno movies or the love movies, how they seek the gratification. Some just put it in, bang, 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 done, sleep. Others, the whole movie leads up to that kiss at the end where you see a little line of spit between them, but my God, if you don't feel it, like, you will. The point I'm trying to make is, you decide. For my money, it's always going to be that build to the best. You are not new. You've been here the whole time. Am I right? Yeah, you took your shirt off. You changed something. So then hang on a second, because that's Vinny and that's Chris. You're not Al, but I want you to be Anthony. It was an A. What do you got, Ant? How long you been wrestling?
About a year and 4 months.
A year and 4 months. We're still in the year and a half realm. Good. Go ahead. You do shows, Ant? You do. What's your character? Who are you?
That was actually my question for you. How can you find yourself?
How do you find yourself? Who's been doing this the longest? You? 10 years? What's your character?
Angry, violent punk.
How long did it take you to find that?
9 years, 3 months. To be able to find me and what works.
You wrestle in Twinette. But it's Angelica. No, but it's Joy. It's my cousin. I'm on the 8. How long you wrestled?
About 9 months.
9 months. 2 shows? She's sitting there. Sam? 2 shows? How long you wrestled?
About 2 years.
2 years. What is Sam's character? Stop.
See, I also have a question about character.
I'm going to get to you then. CJ! You wrestle on shows?
I do.
You do? How long have you been training?
2.5 years.
2.5 years. And what's your character?
Stereotypical luchador gimmick who plays basically the big underdog.
Do you wear a mask?
Yes.
You do? And what is your name as a masked wrestler?
Jose Salvador.
Jose Salvador.
See.
Joe, you wrestle on shows? How long have you been doing it?
16.
2-3 months. 3 weeks. What made you want to do this? Nice. In general, do you wrestle in high school? No. Dave, you go to shows? How long you wrestle?
July would be
A year. What's your character? Frat boy?
party animal, frat boy.
Party animal. How do you find your character? So I just went around the room, I asked everyone, and half had an answer for me, and half kind of. So now back to you. How old are you?
I'm 18.
18. What are you into?
Pretty much wrestling. Wrestling, a little bit of baseball.
So you're me when I was 18. So you're not really. If I'm going to get you a gift, and your mom or your grandma says, "Oh, get him! He loves."
I mean, it could be. So it used to be. I was into Nintendo, video games, maybe specific type of clothing.
What kind of clothing are you into?
Usually tank tops, muscle t-shirts.
Yeah. You gonna get tattoos?
I would like to.
You would like to, wouldn't you? Why?
I just always wanted to get something like that ever since young.
Since young, you're young now. Okay, so what I'm trying to illustrate here for you is that you, all right, shut up the rest of you. You are a flower, as are you, coming up out of the ground in a garden of beautiful flowers. But there are some weeds too. Right now, you haven't even flowered yet. If I'm you, I'm here, I train, I love wrestling, straight up. You look like a fighter. I would maybe go for that kind of thing. Not over the top, but just, hey, I might be a kid, but don't fuck with me. You don't have to be anything. Because if everyone else is something, and you're nothing, you're something. I know that might be a little too zen, but everyone's drinking Pepsi. A nice glass of water sometimes is so much better. Start there. You will find yourself based on your wrestling, based on music, based on what you want people to think about you. Vince McMahon gave me the teacher character. I'm grateful for it. It's the reason I'm sitting here talking to you. But if I knew that that's how people would think of me, do you know how many people, I don't even know them, they come up to me like, I hate you. You think you know, oh, you think you're so smart. No, it's a character.
Matt, excuse me. I got some guys over here. Any way you could talk in the ring to everybody? Because they can't hear you.
Sure, I had no idea.
Why don't we just bring everyone down here, get close to the ring, doesn't matter.
Well, there's really no room for me. Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry, guys.
Bring it down.
Most of them just got here.
What time you got, buddy?
6:07.
I gotta get the rest of everyone's names. I'm trying to remember. Harry? I was asking each person something that they just couldn't really grasp in the wrestling game, and they were each telling me, and we were kind of dissecting everyone's problems, trying to make one big answer. Another thing that I was drawing out of everyone was how long have they been doing this, and if they do shows on the consistent. And I need to preface with, I come from a time where you weren't allowed to do shows until you kind of just went and did shows.
Yep.
Sorry, Johnny. But I wouldn't be here if not. So, Sonny said people with chairs. So we were just going around, and we have a couple of guys here. One in particular has only been doing this for 3 days. And I said, and I'll maintain, that he's better than all of us right now because he hasn't been poisoned by group thought, Twitter, T-shirts, whatever you were into. His question was about his character. How does he find his character? And we left it at, everyone is a character. Oh, this is my thing. I got this thing. This is my thing. I got this thing. He comes in doing nothing, and that is so refreshing. So the underlying story in there is you don't have to go the way everyone's going in this game. You really don't. Your best bet is to go your own route and never let anyone pull you back. No, yo, you should do this. Yo, we should be a tag team. We'll be these B-boys. That's a thing. And we'll have Bunny. She'll dance. We'll be like white rappers. Yo, that'll be awesome. But I don't listen to rap. I like metal or country. Yeah, I know, but do it with me anyway. He's going to use us. We're going to get booked for Ring of Honor. Fuck. Dude. So, wait for that to come. Don't put that on yourself right now. Alright? If these things don't answer your question, you gotta say, yo, I don't get it. Don't get mad. Chris Romano.
My question basically
How long
is...
have you been wrestling, Chris?
Almost 10 years now.
Almost 10 years now with an eye roll. I'm almost double the time in with you and I don't eye roll.
Oh, it's an eye roll. I didn't think it was almost 10 years.
And you do shows forever. Okay, you are an indie veteran, you would say, correct? And what is your question? Because our last indie veteran, his question was, who remembers it?
TV.
TV, and what will you give me two things I answered?
Camera, which way you go when you're on camera.
No, you're right.
Present yourself.
How do you select those?
The teaching game is called recall. I'm trying to see. Shit. Okay? Everyone gets something. His was that. 10-year veteran, brother. What's your question?
My question is that you always seem to get the same advice from people who are established in the wrestling industry, the wrestling business, of how, have, good psychology, less is more, that's the most important thing, being a good worker,
The standard lines.
But then when you see the people that seem to be getting the most work...
Yes, they're doing the exact opposite of everything you're being told.
Right. Could you just touch on that a little bit?
Sure.
Like, is that just because of the fact that that's what gets over the people?
Fucking great question. Everything you're being told?
Oh, yeah, because I...
10-year veterans are talking on the show.
I think it was being sarcastic.
No, him. I was like, what are you talking about? Simple thing. So, it's a great question, is that everything that we're told from the established guard, you know what I'm saying there, is now being turned on its head. So, a certain fat, real wrestling veteran from ECW, whose name I will not say, so if he ever sees this, it'll suck. And I were talking, and he's hardcore. And we were saying how, back in the day when he was coming up, brother, do you know what you as wrestlers were supposed to work to in the match? Do you know what you were building to? Go. How am I supposed to answer your question if you guys don't even know what you're supposed to? As two wrestlers in a match, what are we supposed to build to?
Finish, yeah.
Okay, build to the finish, and before we get to the finish, what do we blow? Why are you pointing to me? I wasn't, I was actually pointing to Aaron. I'm the good guy. Before I get to the finish, I gotta come back, right? And forever. That's what matches work. Forever! Good guy looks good for a minute. Bad guy thumbs him in the eye. Or, this is my favorite, I'm gonna put my ass in your stomach. Shut me off, cut me down. Ooh, all of a sudden I can't fight anymore. Heat on the babyface, heat on the babyface. Maybe a hope spot. Double down, and what are we gonna do? And then the heel's gonna get up, and I'm gonna knock him down 3 times, and then do something. Okay. And forever, that's what matches build to. Matches today don't build to that. Will Ospreay, Ricochet, Zack Sabre, Marty Scurll, the Bucks, Adam Cole, every indie guy that you guys want to be, God bless you, they're great people and they're good athletes. They all start their matches hot. Ospreay starts a lot of his matches, like runs across the ring, big fucking boot, picks the guy up, sails him in, bing, bang, boom, and from start to finish, it's rough sex. They're getting booked right now. They're getting booked right now from a WWE standpoint, and this is just my guess. If you can't beat them, join them. WWE is taking every single person you can think of that's making a buzz anywhere and taking them for their own so that there is no buzz over there. But damned if indie wrestling doesn't survive because of people like you. Because for every Sami Zayn and Kevin Steen they pluck, is a Sunny Kiss waiting for the world to just go, here's our money, we love you, you are so amazingly talented. There is a whole entire world waiting for joy, literally and figuratively, who hasn't even done this yet. And that's a complete aside. But to your question, that's what's getting people booked. Can you do that? Can you get in here and springboard in? Catch me, go for a run, I'll catch you, I'll hook you for a styles clash. No, spin back through, come up, go for a backslide, flip back up onto your feet, whip, weave, reverse, up into a Death Valley driver. Can you land on your feet? Cool. Go for a super kick, I'll block it, spin around. Oh, give me another one. I can't even remember that. Can you do that? Can you do that? No. Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you do that? Can you guys do that shit? One of you motherfuckers can pull that off. Come on now. If I could think of it and say it, and I could do it. What did I say? The springboard I can't do. Catch for a run. All the other shit I can fucking do? Yeah, sure. None of you can do it? None of you can do it?
No, absolutely not.
So, here's the question. Everyone's getting booked that's doing it. I can't do it. How do I get booked?
Do your own thing.
Catch 22, right? The fuck? What? Everyone's doing that shit. I can't fucking do that shit. How do I get booked? We had 5 questions so far. Whose question answers that question? Number 1, camera angles. Who was number 2? Number 2 was I'm here for 3 days, Vinny, and it was about struggling for realism. And then it was Chris who asked about pacing. What? And then there was Anthony who asked about my character. Who am I? Which one of those questions answers the question? Ready? Anthony's question was what? Character? Character's gonna get me booked because I can't do a backflip? Yeah? Get in here, Rainy. Different answer? Sammy? Sammy? Samantha? Which question answers the question? If everyone's doing flipping shit and I can't do flipping shit, how do I do it? Pacing of the match? F. Looking good. Joe. 16 years old. Everyone's doing something. I want to be where they are, but I can't do what they're doing. How do I get there?
Certain character. He's big.
Who's big? Who? Who is big? How big are you? 6'2".
Comes as a big guy. So it's very good.
That's fast because his appearance is enough for me to ooh and ah. No, there was a question mark again. Yeah. It's not wrong, it's not right. I just want to know if that's what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, I got it. 100% right. Aaron.
I mean, I guess the look and character can go with the same thing. Like if you have a certain look and a character can go with it.
How long have you been doing this? Almost 4 years. And who trained you? Dave.
Yes, sir.
Do you do shows up here in the Northeast?
I'm based in California, but I work all over.
Come on now, get into it. Everyone's doing flippy shit. Everyone. Right? Everyone. You do flippy shit?
I can base, but I don't really do a lot of.
Can you do flippy shit? Just the head scissors. What else? Can you do the thing where if I hold your arm, you do a back flip? Okay. I can do that.
And a round off.
And a round off. What's a round off? A cartwheel.
Yeah.
Can you do that right now? Can you do something that makes me want to watch you and not that?
I work here, I do visuals, and I have a character.
What did you have?
Demonic face audio.
Cover up that face. What do you guys want to see? I'm going somewhere with this. What do you guys want to see? Two girls in the ring. And coming up next is Neville versus Ricochet versus, give me more, got to think of the Bucks versus Andrew Everett. Andrew Everett, fine. Will, Dragon Lee, it's like a 10-man. Austin Aries is in there. Zach is in there. That's next. First, these two ladies have, you don't notice as fans, 8 minutes. The ring announcer's an idiot. He said, ladies and gentlemen, coming up after this match, our huge 10-way match involving Will Ospreay, New Jack, whatever. But before that, here's these two for 8 minutes. How the hell are they going to entertain? Yeah. How?
By not doing what the next match is going to do. So the next match is going to be all flippy. And you set yourself apart by doing something different, whether it be a bigger story in your match. It doesn't have to be as fast-paced. It can just be more involved in the story, getting the crowd involved. The crowd's going to be, you don't want to exhaust them for the next match, which is going to exhaust them. So you get them involved, emotionally involved.
What do you think of that answer, Chris, to your question? I like it. You like it? You're a cop. What does this mean if you're asking me where my wife is? My freezer.
I'm thinking my wheels are spinning. I like it. I like to see the answer. Why not? Because if you were going to ask me what I thought when you always was question number 1, question number 2, question number 3, I was going to say almost all of the above.
To his question, it's not so much what do you do when you're on the show with these guys, it's how do you get on that damn show? How do you get booked? The reason these two are in here is because we saw our minority already. I don't know your physical, whatever, so I call you. They're different than all of us in this room. So, based on the fact that they're different, depending on what they choose to do with the 8 minutes we gave them, that's how you get booked. By that promoter that is so inundated with a locker room filled with, name them. And he sits there and he goes, I wish I had just an Iron Man shark or a demon. That's where you step in. That guy. Once you're in, you can do your John Travolta, whatever the fuck thing you do, but you have to get there sometimes by just being comfortable. Back to what I was saying about everyone's doing it. Come on, come do it with us. Nah, good. You guys know who James Dean was? Is that way too far away? He was like a movie thing. All the girls, oh my God, James Dean. And while there was a rebel to him, the allure of him was that he did his own thing, right? I don't know, I wasn't alive, but I'm trying to get back to, we're all doing shit. You want to get booked, you gotta do your own thing. You can throw in a thing or two like a cool demonic face paint, like a round off, where a promoter will simply book you. Tommy books people just sometimes because he likes to see their finish. He has a cool finisher, he does this cool thing, I'm gonna use it. One thing, not 12 things. Who does the best 450? No, everyone does a 450. Right? So there's my point. I go to you then. Question. Yeah, how long you been wrestling? 7 months. From this guy training you? You do shows yet or no? I'm on the, he said that with some swagger. He's like, dude, I'm on the pre-show. I was on the pre-show. Pre-show's good. Stay in the pre-show. You don't want to do it. All right, what's your question?
How long does it take you to get really comfortable in the ring? Taking chances on your character, on the moves that you do. You know, I'm to the point where I'm shook on everything. I want to do certain moves because there's a chance I might hurt somebody. I don't trust that I can do it. I don't want to say certain things. I don't want to piss somebody off.
Sure. There's a culture that has been bred in wrestling that almost denies us our creativity. You have to earn the right to try something in the ring. When I was training at Johnny Ross, there used to be a guy there named L.A. Gore. He was big, blonde hair. He had boots. He had boots. He had tights. He was 6'something. He was so cool. And I used to feel the same way you do. One Saturday, it was just him and I, me and him, whatever the right way to say this. And he circled me and he went, hey man, you're with friends. Just have fun. That was the first time I was cool. Find people you're comfortable with. There will always be cancers. There's going to be someone in your school that also has a tattoo with tribals and stars. And he's not going to like you. He's never going to say that to your face. He don't like you. At some point he's going to go to the train and Joe, hey, this fucking guy did, this guy said, why should I have to break down the ring? You never said that. But it's going to happen. So, find some people that you feel okay with and work with them. You will build comfort. I build comfort just working out with Chris. All of a sudden, Bunny comes on a Tuesday. All right, I'm going to spread a little of my comfortable energy to Bunny now. Now my comfort zone has gotten bigger. Eventually, Bunny's going to tell Camille, you know, it's really not that bad. You should come down on a Thursday. She comes down, she schools all of us. Oh my God, now I'm not comfortable for her. You learn how the comfort zone begins to increase when it comes to personalities. How am I going to offend anyone, whatever. As far as moves and how do I try them or I do them, watch them at home. Wrestle the Invisible Man. I still to this day, my neighbors must think I'm crazy. I'm constantly doing that Tai Chi shit. Ooh, what if I take a guy, gives me a shoulder to the gut, and over here now, he goes to sunset flipping. What if I catch him? What if his chest is right here? Oh shit, I can hook him. His legs are, oh fuck, that breaker. Dude, yo, try that with me? I'm not kidding. And that's how you get comfortable with moves. First find a comfort zone, not worry about pissing people off and saying the wrong thing. Listen, at the beginning, get your ass kicked. At the end, get your ass kicked. Always get your ass kicked. It's the best way you can say to your partner, thank you, I appreciate it. Let them kick your ass. If they start punching you in the nose and behind the ear and shit, at some point you gotta be a man and say, hey, we have a problem? Because if we do, let's just go outside. You can kick my ass outside, but I want to come back in here and train. No one ever really has to you seem like you might just be able to say that. So those are the, you said, I don't know. So those are three things. How do I'm early on in my training, how do I not piss people off? Find people you're comfortable with, get to know them, be polite and respectful. Always let them kick your ass. As far as what moves to do, watch them, practice them, imagine them in your mind, and then find a partner you're comfortable with and say, hey, I want to try this. Alright? I want to, we're moving pretty quickly here. I won't actually do in-ring shit, but now I can't stop doing that. Bunny!
Hey!
Where are you from?
Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore? You came all the way up here from Jersey Shore?
Yeah, twice a week here.
Holy cow. Who trained you? Pat Buck?
Yeah, but not Joe.
But now Joe, good answer. Alright, what do you got for me?
Thank you. No, you helped me a lot. Thank you. If I was being a women's wrestler, what do you do not want to be in the ring or the locker room?
Well, since I've been a women's wrestler for so long, the first thing you want to do is you want to hook up with as many ex-WWE superstars as possible, because I think, alright, so the things I've always heard as a girl. Well, here's the thing. Turn on the news and now all of a sudden, no girl, no boy. We're all just whatever. So, if that's truly the case, then you know what? You do whatever the fuck you want. The same way it's okay for Chris, if he wants to be in a relationship with Rennie. Big fucking deal. They're in the same wrestling school, he wants it's okay. But if Rennie gets caught out back with Dave, all of a sudden, yeah, my man. All of a sudden, Rennie's a whore and she can't train here anymore. You can't book her. that make sense to anyone? At all. Here's even worse. We catch, I don't know, I want to stop. We catch Sam in the back with deeds all over his face. Like he's glistening in the beard and shit. Now what? No, he's gonna pop. Now what? What happens in the wrestling culture world then? What? Heat on what? Who? Why? Why is there heat, brother, on D? Because he wanted to go get some, and Sam was willing to lend his mouth. I'm not being funny. I'm really pointing out the absurdity of the psychology that the past wrestling culture has brought. Because if you just think about the fact, back to your question, and a little bit of yours, and take this anyway, 10 years and 10 years, whatever. You come here to get the fucking here! You come here for Joe to say, yo, when you're taking an arm drag, make sure you post off the guy's back. If you learn nothing else that day, that one little passing by as he's on his phone, yo, post off for that arm drag, will save you for the rest of your career. So who cares what these two do? Who cares? Who you fuck? Oh, you're with her. And she don't even him. Who cares? You're a smart young lady. You do what you think is right. In ring, be a good worker. Girls, you guys, I have 4 sisters. You guys get along with each other better than we get along with each other. And I'm not trying to be sexist. We have cock envy. Romano's cool. I like Romano because my dick's bigger than Romano. All of a sudden, I'm over here and fucking CJ. I don't like CJ so much. I saw him a lot. Okay, you guys aren't that way. So be a good worker in the ring and establish good relationships. Never trust anybody in the beginning. Ever, ever, ever. Even when it's just 2 people talking. Don't say shit in a text message. Someone could be recording your shit on the phone. Put over everyone even when they're not there. There's someone who to this day, I'm a grown up now, so I'll just walk the other way when I see him. He knows I don't like him, I know he don't like me, and at some point, maybe, he drinks, we might. Anytime anyone talks to me about him. Anytime, I know he's nowhere near me. He gets a bad rap, and he's not that bad. And I move on. So for all I know, that fucker's gonna go run today. As far as out here, fucky sucky shit, you like Chris, be with Chris. Be happy with Chris. Use condoms with Chris. Be happy. All of a sudden, after 3 months, you don't want to fuck Chris no more. And you know what? Go fuck Joe. I don't give a shit. If people are that way, they're not giving you a chance to show who you are here. I got it, because you're sitting right here. If anyone was ignorant enough to sleep on the talent of this human being right here, based on the color of his hair, the way he makes you feel when he smiles at you, and everything else from the neck down, they would be missing out on, if nothing else, being entertained for 10 minutes a day. So just keep in mind the people you're dealing with. Stay true to yourself. Be a good worker in here. You want to blow everyone, God bless you. I love you. No, you should. What I'm just saying. That's what I've heard. And that's a guy's point of view. You could ask a girl. There are certain girl wrestlers who I'm friends with, I've never done anything with, but their thing is, they say, I like dick, I like getting fucked. When I'm on the road, I'm going to fuck whatever the fuck I want, because you can't top me in the ring. I do my job every night. I'm one of the best. If I want to blow some dude, I'm going to blow some dude. I'm just like, I love you. Like, not you. So, she's confident enough in her in-ring ability that it poo-poos everything else away. So there's that in a nutshell. Did I ask you a question already? 12. What?
What's like your mindset?
My mindset during a match?
Like, how do you know like what moves to do? Right?
How do you know what moves to do? He says. He's cute. Good to see you. Good to see you too, bro. Nice. Yeah, you see a face, and all of a sudden you become 25. Yeah, it's amazing.
They all come here.
How do I know what moves to do? Okay, so 3 days, 16 years old, 2 seconds. If you guys could get out of what moves do I do next right now, promise you, better off than everyone in here. And I'm not shitting on these two. They wrestle every weekend, and I'll bet you a lot of it is called, and it's not their fault, it's their environment. Their whole locker room is calling, hey guys, want to go to the match? It's 6:30. We're not on until, I know, but I want to try this thing. Okay, because then it's all fake and phony and planned. I'm going to do this to you, and you're going to do this to me. I'm going to do this to you, and you're going to do this to me. That's not saying that if I just made a show and I said, listen, you guys go, 10 minutes, I want Romano up, that they wouldn't be fine. You don't want to know which move to do next. You want to have an idea. Come here. You want to have an idea, okay? So, I'll give you a great lesson. Someone taught this to me when I was 16. I don't even know if I get it. I'm going to give it to you. Fuck you at 16. Fuck you! So anyway, like I was saying, all right, so everyone here for the most part, when they have 3 days, all right, I'm giving you everything, sorry. Most wrestling matches for the most part is, hey, how you doing? I'm Matt, what's your name? Joe, okay, so we're gonna wrestle for 10 minutes, I'm gonna be the bad guy, you're gonna be the good guy. Joe's saying he wants me to beat you with a body slam. So listen, I was thinking in the beginning, I'll do this, and then I'll do this. Maybe you can go over here, and everything is. Do you remember what I told you I'm going to win with? Okay, what if I said I'll see you in the ring? The good ones can do that. They never have to worry about what move is next. All they have to remember is. Okay, so now let me see how smart you are. The ending is a body slam. I'm the bad guy. You're the good guy. You're so good. What body part do you think I should try to beat up on if the end of the match is a... Where do you land on that? Okay, so I'm the bad guy. What do you think I'm going to try to beat up on? The back. How do you... Why? Why do you think that? Motherfucker got better psychology than all you in my life. Because it's that fucking simple. But when the wrestlers put it all together, that simplicity that you have right now, that beauty that I told you not to lose in your heart, same thing for you, will make you better than everyone else. Shawn Michaels, you know who he is? Okay. Can you tell me, in every Shawn Michaels match, what happens when he lays down and then I lay down? Because we're both down. He'll what? Keep going. Guys, you all know Shawn Michaels' comeback by heart? Give it to me. What is it?
Don't move till the count 6.
Okay, keep going. Keep going, motherfucker.
That's all I know.
It's kip up, it's atomic drop, right? It's the elbow, it's a super kick. Wow, Shawn's been out for a minute. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, the point I'm trying to make is that Shawn Michaels got to a point where he didn't have to say anything to anyone the whole day. You're wrestling Shawn, you don't even have to ask what the finish is, because you know. What is it? Okay, everything else happens in here real, organic. It's these guys in your training and they grab your arm and they go like this. See that? That's not real. But, okay, you got a mom or a dad? Alright, which one? Both? God bless. Go tell your parents what I'm about to do this to you, okay? Now, there's that one, and then there's this. Big fucking dare rings. You okay? I'm so sorry, Mr. Joe's dad. So, to your question, in 16, don't plan every single move. Just feel it out there. I'm in there with Sonny. Believe me, you don't gotta plan shit. At some point, I know what's coming. He knows what's coming. Everyone knows what's coming. You're too young to know what's coming, but at some point, you know what's coming. So, got it?
I believe you touched on it a bit, but you asked what keeps me up at night in this business. So, as a woman, like, how do you, and you know you're a guy, but like, how do I elevate myself to the next level in independence? Like, I know a lot. I feel like I'm a decent worker and I work hard, but I feel like there are a lot of politics in the business, and I'm not clicked up or affiliated like that. Like, I'm not dating anyone very high, and I feel like a lot of, and I know, I mean, I feel like a lot of times some people do get a certain push because they are in these cliques or they're with someone like that, and it's like, do I just keep doing my thing, just keep working hard, and my time will come, or like?
So, a couple of things I've noticed. One, she was asking a very personal question and did not look me in the eye once. Not a bad, not a good. Just showed me how much that question really fucking keeps her up at night. But in what I just observed is there's a contrast. Do not get kicked down by circumstance. So-and-so's blowing so-and-so and she got booked. Blah, blah, blah. First question of the day. How come some people make it and some people don't? If you're a good worker and you continue to get on and in with the right people, it's hard for a girl, and I don't know if I'm talking out of turn here, but let's be honest. Look at what's on TV. 2 plastic bowling balls, fucking fake hair, and they all, the worst is when they try to get in the ring on the ropes and try to be sexy. They can't even move their hips. Like, you just know, because they just don't have soul. They don't have anything in them. They're empty, plastic. That's what's getting booked. You can either be the anti-them, if you want to go that route, or you could just continue. Maybe, for some reason, I don't know, maybe face paint don't work all of a sudden. Maybe WWE just wants to see Camille, what's your last name? Lagan? Yes. Maybe they just want to see Camille Lagan. And they want to see her in a t-shirt, gray sweatshirt, skinny jeans, and Chuck Taylors. I'm smiling at you because I see this girl right now. So you got to just look at it and take a step back and see, this is what you booked, and I'm a good worker, and I'm sure you are, and I'm going to find out in like 5-10 minutes. I'm doing everything right, da-da-da. Try to change one thing here or there. Anyone watch baseball? You falling asleep like a motherfucker? You in here right now will shoot on you, not in the way you want me to. Just because your face is swollen, don't get all upset with me. I saw him, he's like this. He walked. It's quite okay. You guys watch sports? Okay. I'm a big baseball guy. I love baseball all day long. All you hear about is some of these hitters just changing their swing a little bit. Lifting his elbow, dropping his elbow, taking a step forward, maybe waiting for the slider to turn, turning the head. Find something. Just try to do it. Unless you're the shits anymore. I can tell you who you are if I see you. You know Bunny? A little, so you'll go 5 or 6 for me. Bunny. I just gotta finish this and then we'll get to the heart. Renata Scaglione, what do you got?
How long did it take you to listen to the crowd?
Listen to the crowd, how long? It goes back to his question. If nothing is planned, once I stopped learning how to plan everything, I was able to listen. And that allowed me to react. The crowd wants an armbar. Who the fuck wants to do an armbar? All they want is an armbar. All that girl wants is for you to seriously kiss her on the cheek. No, I want to pinch her butt, and I want to see her naked, and I want to look at her boob. Dude, just kiss her on the cheek. No, because this is what I want. Just kiss her on the cheek. Kiss him on the cheek. Okay? So once you stop planning everything, once you get out of the mania of your own head, you listen. This is performance art, you fuckers. This is not real. What are you so nervous about? Why are you nervous about this? Joseph, come on, get in the room. Come on. It's a performance. It's no nerves. I gotta remember everything. I'm in there with Matt Stryker. Holy shit. It's just fucking outstanding. It's just fun. That's all it is. And we've talked about nothing at all. It's just performance the whole time. He's not even here. But he is, but he's not. Roll forward. Come up and take mine. Whoa. Now all of a sudden he's here and we're both here. But for that second before and even now again, he's not here anymore. Okay? So you have, you okay? So you have to get out of your heads. Stop calling everything. Just fucking be here. Get hit by a bus tomorrow, you're done. You want to walk around and tell your friends I'm a pro wrestler. How many guys can say, well, I was at WrestleMania? Fuck you. Carry my bags. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You guys are nothing. You'll never make it. All you do is flips. You're better off blowing him. Fuck, nice fucking look. What do you got, black boots like everyone else? Oh, look, I got tattoos. Oh, I want to flip. There's plenty of those kind of people out there. Plenty. Fuck that. Seriously. Get out of that. Get out of the wrestling bubble. The further you can become detached from this fucking thing, the better you're gonna be here. Just watch it, watch wrestling, and do wrestling. Challenging Mike Verna for the title at FBW on the 3rd on Twitter doesn't make me a better wrestler. Buy my shirt at fuckyou.org doesn't make you a better wrestler. The 2 seconds, I've got to rent your ears, I'm sorry, that Joe and I were in the headlock and the transition and the roll through will make him a better wrestler than being in the wrestling bubble. And I don't want to shit on the sport that's given me my livelihood, but when you think about it, you can do anything you want about it. Just don't pick me up. Just keep wrestling on top. If you think about it though, this is seriously all you want to do. Is just work here, in the ring, watch wrestling, think about wrestling. That's it. It doesn't matter about all the other shit at all. None of you are listening, all you're doing is watching this shit because you love it, just like I do. But do you love the fact that, yo, I heard you went to a seminar and I heard you refer to a striker? This is the shit you motherfuckers want. You all want to be in here right now. There's a reason I'm spending the time answering the questions. We're going to get in the ring. Trust me. Kick all your fucking asses. Maybe not this. That's fine. Actually, maybe not. Okay, so get out of your fucking... Let's go quicker here so we can get in the ring.
Basically, as far as promos go, I've only been able to have a handle on my character.
You think so? Get fucking here. No, you can stay here too. You got a handle on your character? You know your shit? How long you been doing this?
I'm working about 4 years as a manager, 4 years before that. So.
You do shows?
Yeah.
You do. What's your character?
I'm a strategist.
You're a strategist?
Yeah.
Like X-FIP and what? The baseball strategy?
like a general, like a chess player, like.
Promo time, go! Sure. You have a minute and you have to make us either love you or hate you, and you have to promote April 8th, Homicide in Paul London. Go!
April 8th. Homicide, Paul London, both men with strengths of their own. It's impressive. But one thing that they lack, that I will always be on top of, is this. This is the one tool that I have harnessed, that I have chiseled to perfection. Sun Tzu wrote The Art of War, and I ingested it. When it comes to counter moves, I'm there. When it comes to being 2 steps ahead, I invented it. And April 8th, you're a man alive.
What do you think? What if I told you I hated it? Vince McMahon, damn it, I want you to do it again. Why?
Because you can always do better.
Okay, you didn't say his name, you can always do better. What?
You didn't say
He didn't say his name. He didn't grasp he was a healer of
They
fame.
didn't mention Homicide in London.
You what?
They didn't mention Homicide.
You mentioned him in the beginning, but you're on to something. Point made. All I needed out of your promo was for you to put over April the 8th, Homicide in Paul London. You took that to mean I will say the date and their names and then go into a promo. You then buried both of them by putting yourself over. My 2 main event guys, the reason I wanted you to go on camera and talk to the world so that they would come here on April 8th and want to see Homicide in Paul London. And you said their names and then you said what I have that they don't have is this. So why do I want to go see 2 dumb wrestlers? You're fired. Damn it. What's the first thing my man said when he got the check? I've got a pretty good grasp of promos and my character. My character. Rewind. Come back over here. Sit back down. Sit back down. Now see this. You you know, I like promos. I think I have a pretty good grasp on the psychology of wrestling. Pretty good grasp on my character. Not you, but you. Cancer in your locker room. Cancer in your wrestling world. Me! I'm gonna talk about me! I have a pretty good grasp on promos. Psychology of business. Alright, go a minute. People lay homicide and follow. And you roll back in and you say, for those that haven't met me, my name is Matthew. And you begin to talk about strategy and brilliance and all that other stuff. And then you say how you are going to need every single ounce of brilliance that you have, every strategy, every calculation. Because I think we'll be able to get into the very best in the world. Guys, you say, now all of a sudden, holy shit, I want to fucking see this. That? No, you don't have a good grasp on it. You understand your character. How can your strength, which is an understanding of your character, obviously can talk, obviously the right character, just take it to piss out of you. How can you extend your strength of understanding your character and help the person next kid behind you? Jerk off at the end of the fucking road, it's yawning. Who's terrible at promos? Come in, get in the ring, sweet food. Yeah, of course. You just said it, you may as well get in. How long have you been training? 2 months. Are you one of his guys, girls, people? You are. How old are you? 14. What do? You let him in here and then wait till you
My cousin. As a favor, my cousin.
Your cousin. You shouldn't be, but you know what? I'll even let you do it. Do you like to act and sing and do that stuff? You do. You do it in the mirror all the time when no one's watching. Alright, why don't you get in the ring? Now you have a strength, and while she's young, you can help right now the future of wrestling, because she'll remember you for the rest of her life. So, we are going to give you a character, and you are going to have to make us love you or hate you, and you're going to have to promote a show. Your name is Angela DeGreg. Angela DeGreg. You're from Staten Island, right over here. Your brother Richie, he's a pain in the ass. But it's wrestling April the 8th against Matt Striker. And all you want to see is Matt Striker kick your brother Richie's ass. All up and down Father Capitana Boulevard. Right, Angela? I just did your promo for you. All right, Angie? Okay, Pumpkin, you all set? Okay. It's going to be awesome. Don't say it's going to be bad. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be so much fun. You're going to snap about it. Snapchat? Yeah, snap. You're going to snap about it. Anyway. Ready? Hang on, that's your bad. You are now me. Leader. I'll let go. After a minute, you tell her everything that was wrong. If anything was wrong. Sure. You got the time ready here?
All good.
All right.
Got it.
Okay. My name's Angela, and I have an annoying brother named Richie. And I hate him more than anything. And he's wrestling April 8th against Matt Striker. And I don't want to see any more than Matt Striker kick his butt. I hate this kid so much. I live in a house with him. And I want to move out already, and I'm not even old enough to. But April 8th, I'm going to sit there in the front row, and I'm just going to, I just want to see Matt Striker do what I want to do, but I can't because I think I'm going to do it.
45 seconds, okay.
You definitely got across the accent. I believed you were a DeGreg. And you started down the path of getting me to really hate your brother Richie. One thing I would say is show, don't tell. Give me an example of why he's so bad. Something he's done. You said, oh, he's so bad. What has he done that really makes me visualize it? Having not known him, oh, he ripped my Barbie heads off. Well, now I know how bad of a person he is. You know, you have that conviction, and for me, take a breath. Every time you find yourself lost, take a breath. You know, convey it not as you're thinking, but as you're preparing for the next step. You know, don't show me that you're lost.
What'd you like about it?
The character was there. It didn't feel. It could have been more elaborate.
What'd you like about it? Give me positives.
Okay. Yeah. Like I said, I felt the accent was there. It wasn't a generic accent. It felt like kind of like a Staten Island accent.
You've made yourself a better promo guy by the advice you're giving her, but the one thing that I HATED'd about your promo, I LOVED'd about hers. What was it?
You personally like the finish. She came off like a little sister. Because when you're a little oversity person, for some reason you hate your oversity because they can do all the things that you can't do, and there are lots of things that you want to do, which makes you hate them and look at them annoying sibling.
What did she do that Neff did not do? What did 14-year-old Sam do that the guy who's got a great grasp on his character didn't do?
She built up the antagonists of the match coming up, Matt Striker.
This bitch made me want to see that motherfucking match. Because her last line was, I'm sorry, her last line was, what? Anyone remember it? I remember it.
I want to do the things that I can't do.
I want to do the things to him that I can't do. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the secret to professional wrestling. A 14-year-old girl. Because that is all the answers to every one of your fucking questions. You need to make the crowd feel that they want me to do to Richie what you guys can't do. Do you want to know why Brock Lesnar gets no heel heat at all? Because no one in the crowd thinks they can beat him up. So they can't possibly get that mad at him. But take a little blue-eyed shit heel, and half the guys in the crowd think that they probably could take him. He gets a ton of fun. Miz. The building burns for Miz. He's out there with Maurice. There's a time or two when you've had enough beers where you think that you can beat him up. And I'm not lying to you. He's 6'2", 230. Good luck. The fact that you can make someone do or want to do what you can't do, that's all day wrestling. Only you hanging because you're a top guy. Okay? So, while you have all the things you just taught her, 14 just taught you the most important thing about a wrestling promo. Over your character, your terms, and your catchphrases. It's the human connection, the emotional investment that makes you want to kick my ass, that makes her may or may not want to sleep with me, and makes him want to be me. Sable, remember her? This is for all the men who want to see me and the women that want to be me. I've now mentioned Brock and Sable's kicking my ass. I know, I'm sorry. Paul, tell him not to. So that's what you need to really grasp about this wrestling. Promo, the in-ring shit. You have to make people believe it. You have to, otherwise it's bullshit. We're all seeing these guys getting power bombed on the apron, pile driven through flaming tables, sent through time, brought back, cover, leg hook, kick out one. What's it going to take to beat that guy? How in the world am I going to believe that I can beat that guy? You guys know who Ric Flair is? You guys know who Kerry Von Erich was? Yes. You guys know that Kerry Von Erich beat Ric Flair for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship? He held it for like 3 weeks. Do you know the move that Kerry Von Erich used to pin arguably the greatest NWA champion of all the times? A fucking backslide. Do you know what a backslide is? You do? Could you backslide me? Can you backslide Vin? Can you backslide him? Fucking backslide? God bless you if you end a match with a backslide. But, God D you, if you end it with a backslide after hitting 3 power bombs on the apron, sending the guy back through time, setting him on fire, leaving him in a Zan with Rennie for a week, and he kicks out on you. So what?
Sending him back through time.
You have to send him back through time in order to beat him. Dave, you got it.
You really put my question on the head. And my question was working the crowd because I find myself struggling, making sure everything is at your pace.
Because you're worrying about your shit.
Right. And I think but I want to elaborate on that because I find myself when I'm calling it in there, I become more uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable? Why? Come on, come in. How long have you been wrestling? 8 months-ish. Trained by Joe B over here. Trained by fucking Joe B over here. Alright. 8 months-ish. You should still be getting your ass kicked. You should still be getting beaten up. Just so you know. But since you said calling it in the ring, and I'm a big fan of it, I'm gonna let you call everything in the ring to me. Why are you uncomfortable? We'll just start from here. You just knocked me down. Oh. Okay. Sure, why not? Go right ahead. You're not calling anything. You don't seem uncomfortable at all. Oh, where am I going? So you're not calling anything. I'm not hearing anything. So where is the discomfort? You seem very comfortable. A little funny, but
I feel like I'm in control.
So the other way is you're uncomfortable? When someone's in control of you? The whole face. Do you never pump? Bang! Nice fucking pump. Stay down. Don't get up so fucking fast. Put your hand on my wrist. And come up nice and slow with me. So meanwhile, if I'm in control, go down to a knee. How is there any room for you to be uncomfortable at all? You were very comfortable. Put your hands on my wrist. You were very comfortable when you were giving me heat. Now I'm giving you heat, and all you have to do is listen. Take a face ball. And that's all you got to do. So where's the discomfort? Watch my foot. Where's the discomfort? You see, for 8 months, you seem great. Are you shortchanging yourself? Look at me. Are you? No. Huh? So then what's the problem? Where's the discomfort? I see no discomfort at all in you. It's a pleasure to walk and talk. So, I'm missing your question. That was not bad at all, was it? Come on, give it to them. No, fuck them. Yeah. Not them. We like them. So where's the discomfort? You're a little blown up.
Something like not knowing what's next.
What?
Not knowing what's next.
But I didn't even know what was next. Give me your brain. Give me your head. Get rid of it. Stop worrying about what's next, guys. Each and every one of you. You want to know why? And I'll tell you why. One day my dad woke up in the morning and wondered what was next. He didn't wake up no more after that. What was next was he was going to die that fucking night. He had no fucking clue. None of us did. I'm using it as a very weighted example. What's next? We have no idea what's next. The beauty of this performance art is we decide what's next. You gonna take a snap, man? That's next. I have no idea what's next, but I see a big, big back. And you know what? I'll go here, put your hands on my wrist, and this is what's next. Stop worrying about what's next. Worry more about male pattern balls. You and me both. You and me both. Stop worrying about what's next. All of you. The older wrestlers here, they can't help you with that because they were already far gone. once they learn to stop worrying about what's next, then they may get booked on certain television shows, be someplace that they should be. But while they're still just worrying about what the fuck is next, they're going to stay working in every Northeast independent in the world. God bless them, but they should be other places. To you kids, young people in the business, whatever, don't worry about what the fuck is next. Who cares what's next? Vin, come here. How long have you been wrestling?
A long time. All right.
Hang on.
4 years training. 4 years training.
Whoa, hang on. Who gave me the... Ooh. Where'd that come from? That came from somewhere. Joy, what was that reaction? Joy's been in the business for 2 seconds, right? Cup of coffee. What was that reaction? Why did you make that reaction?
It just came off very cocky.
What?
It came off very cocky.
Weird predicament.
Buddy, I'm in your boat. I know you didn't. Sometimes we say and do shit that we didn't mean. This is how you get heat. Joy sounded like my grandma. I thought my grandma was. Is that wrong? He said, I've been working a long time. Stands up, he says 4 years training. 6'9,000,000 trips on the court. 4 years. I got 5 times the amount as you in a year and a half. You've been working a long time or not?
Pretty much, yeah. Not at all.
Understand, sir. I don't give a shit. I'm trying to save you from the world. I gave you 2 examples. I've been doing this almost 20 years. I'm no good at it. I'll tell you motherfuckers right now. I got in because I'm kind of good looking and I can talk. Other than that, and I'm pretty good bumper. Glory be to God, I can sell my ass off. Other than that, I'm this fucking big. What the fuck should I make it for? I've been doing this almost 20 years. You've been doing it 4. I said, you work a lot? Yeah. So I can do 2 things. I can put you in a ring with any one of these guys and tear your whole match apart and make your piece feel this big and have you go, oh, you haven't been working long at all. Unless you've been working every single day, 4 years is nothing. Nothing. Now, if you want people to think you've been around, you want to have that air about you, which by all means go right ahead. You're big enough, you have to look. You told me you've been wrestling 20 years and you were trained by Marty Jannetty, I would believe you until I see you in the ring. Who's been doing this for 4 years? Give me a 4-year ring. A 5-year, an F. 4 years? D, how long? 2. Now, do me a favor. Why don't you run with Vin? Just understand he's got on jeans and sneakers. Give me 5 minutes. You're a baby face. You're going over. But I need you to fight from underneath most of the match. Who trained you?
911.
Really?
My father.
Really?
Yeah.
So how long have you... So did you stop wrestling?
Well, no, I've been, professionally, I've been doing 4 years. Other than that, he's been training me pretty much since I was 9 years old when I was 411.
Okay, so do you do shows at this moment?
Yeah.
You do, currently?
I didn't start doing indie all the time for about 4 years.
Okay, and how old are you now?
24.
24.
Yeah.
You got gray hair at 24.
A lot of gray
Look at that.
24.
And how old are you?
30.
30. And he thinks by saying that 911 is dad and shit, I'm gonna be dead.
No.
Sorry. Alright, so, give me 5 minutes, babyface. Does everyone know what fight from underneath means? Who doesn't know what fight from underneath means? Look at that. Awesome. So, it literally means the babyface fights from underneath. The minute the babyface's head becomes level with his attackers, it's a fair fight. But the minute he pops me, I'm underneath, I'm fighting from underneath to try to hit me again. To try to get back up to a level base. Fighting from underneath. Most important thing a babyface will ever learn. Ever. Not a move, not a comeback. Fighting from underneath. Shawn Michaels, Tommy Rich, Ricky Morton, Ricky Steamboat, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, Kurt Angle, John Cena. That's 8 guys on top of my head, real quick. All fought from underneath. Okay? So the reason I'm asking him to fight from underneath is because he's 6'7", and I want to see him fight from underneath. 5 minutes, heel, face up. Fight from underneath. 5 minutes is ding.
Alright, you're a big boy.
No talking.
Go, get him back! Get him back!
Keep working. Right there, big boy? Okay. Look at that, look at that. I was going to let the match go, and then I was going to call your big comeback with we were getting there, about 2.5 left, and I wanted to see if you had the wind for it. There's a reason I asked you to be a babyface, because as a heel, you control your pace. As a babyface, you go on the heel's pace. And I knew that he was going to be fast, and I knew you were going to blow him. I knew you were going to get a little huffing and puffing there. As you should. Fuck, big deal. I don't know how we started this. Oh, because you said you worked for it. All right, don't cross your feet. What was weird?
No, that's what I was saying when you asked me. I was like, it's really weird coming out.
That's okay. And if I came across like a dick, that's me. They thought I was going to cause him. I'm sorry.
No, it's cool.
Hey, listen, if he's your dad, you know how the boys can be, brother. So people are going to look at you because of your size. They're going to look at him because of his size, and they ain't going to look at him because of his size. Who's a better worker? He's been doing it 10, he's been doing it 4. I have to believe that he's better. But we're going to look at him. Because look at this fucking guy. You're coming out of a bar or health food store, whatever you're into, and you see him walking down one side of the street and him walking down the other. Which side of the street are you going to safely walk down? Of course you will. That you can't teach. No camera angle, no high spot, no cool character, no struggling for submissions. I'm not going to remember everyone's question, but if you have that, you're good. Just learn how to work slow. Slow. He'll get booked on the Will Ospreay show. Put him in a pair of overalls, give him a dog bone, make him come out barefoot. All day long you're booked. 100%. You work for like $25, we're good. Alright? Alright, questions that I have not gotten to that anyone wants to get in. Otherwise, it's fucking get in. The joy of pain.
It's more towards
You guys can bail.
wrestling. How did you start it? I guess time for different when you started compared to now. Well, that was
I'm kidding, yeah.
But how did you, I guess, in a sense, balance doing this training-wise and having your regular work life?
How do you balance training early on with your work life? Look, everyone here, you're here. It's pouring out. It's Thursday. Traffic on that fucking motherfucking Staten Island Expressway. Even Craigslist is dead. The point I'm trying to make is this. You find a way to do this and to get here. And training isn't just coming to a stupid match striker seminar or coming to take bumps and letting Romano give you arm drags on Tuesday. Training is for those 10 minutes at home, working on your promos in the mirror, practicing your punches against the wall, trying not to hit the wall hard, things like that. Thinking of spots, watching shit on YouTube. You find balance in your passion. I was going to college and trying to be a teacher. I got that out of the way, and I knew my reward was, if I finished this lesson, I have 2 hours for wrestling. and I hate to say this on camera, whatever, but when I was younger, I used to smoke a lot of pot. And I used to smoke pot in the morning, and it would ruin my whole day in college. I wouldn't get anything done. And there was an older college kid who I guess had done the same thing. He said, listen, dude, give it as your reward. You have class from 7 to 3. Make sure you do all your homework. By 5, you can take that first hit. It'll be worth it. So, get your shit out of the way, because if this doesn't work out for you, whatever you work, school, whatever, that's going to save you. I still have my teaching degree, and I promise you I will go back into the classroom. Because unless WWE calls again or whatever, and I'm good, I made my investments, I have my inheritances, I'm good, but it's always good to have something where you can not have to worry about someone else to be able to eat. He's a cop, you're a male stripper, what are you?
Middle school teacher.
Middle school, that'll never work out. But have something, because if this shit don't work out, not everyone makes it to WrestleMania, or Ring of Honor, or Warriors of Wrestling. Well, everyone makes it to Warriors of Wrestling. But the point I'm trying to make is, if you pay Joe enough. More. Any more questions? D. When does it click? Everyone's different. Every single person's different. Everyone's different. Sometimes you think it clicks and it didn't click. You get closer to, does everyone know what I mean? When does it click? When do I get this? When do I understand this fucking thing inside 4 ropes? 3, 9, 12 ropes? What is this bullshit? What is this? More time you spend with people that have earned money. Not been around. Earned money. If you could get a chance at a convention to just sit near Ric Flair and listen to the motherfucker. Joe brings someone in, just sit by them, don't kiss their ass. Excuse me, sir. Mr. Homicide, sir, can I ask you a question? Can I throw... Just get a chant near these fuckers. Half the time they ain't gonna say shit. And one time they do. Or if they're calling their match, that brings you closer to the click. Oh shit. Maybe my light bulb went off in there with Kurt Angle. Maybe. Because that's where I picked up a lot of how to move a guy without killing him. A lot of times you'll see, right? We all see this shit, and I learned with Kurt. Boom! Bang! Go sell up to that corner. Boom! Fuck! Even though there's no one standing here, you all just saw that person throw that kick. So the more time you spend around people that have been there, wherever there is for you. For me, there was WWE. And I think that's where there should be for everyone. I don't care if you don't like it. There is where you make $350,000 a year. And you're famous. And you're not a middle school teacher anymore. There. New Japan? Okay. Ring of Honor? Okay. Lucha Underground? Okay. There's kids out there? There's 50 kids out there? How many of them know who John Cena is? How many of them know who Adam Cole is? So as far as that goes, when you click, hang around motherfuckers that make success breed success. I'm scratching my beard, I'm not giving you the Italian. You looked right at me too, like you can follow you. Anything?
I was next. I don't see it as like it frustrates me, but like when I'm out there for the whole crowd, like they'll only focus on one thing, and it's when, like for example, they do the match and take the shirt off.
Oh, will you now? Get the fuck in here! Take his shirt. Look at you. Hello, Samuel. My name is Matthew. Our names are in a book together. It's good to meet you. So, continue with what you were saying to the people, not to me.
Well, basically, like every time I get in the ring,
You guys are friends, relate, any type of knowing each other at all?
it's like every time I'm in the ring, and say for example I do something big, and they'll only focus on like chanting, like oh, put your shirt on, or they'll only focus on like.
Good fuck. Goes back to before you guys came, we were talking early on about how the business has changed. Back in the day, wrestlers would build towards a comeback and a finish. Now, all matches build towards are false finishes and go home. the crowds have hijacked independent wrestling. Half of them, if not more, come there just to wear their cool t-shirt and to start a chant. No matter what you do, they're there to cheer for that guy and boo you. There's nothing you can do at all. The best way to fuck them is to ignore them and do your shit. Do not let them get in your head. That is what they're trying to do. It's lost, but do you guys know why most times the ring is elevated? We're stars. I'm a star right now in this ring, and when I switch seats with you, you are a star in this ring. Do not let them. Because the beauty of wrestling used to be that you had to be special to get in this game. You had to be Brock Lesnar. You had to be Kurt Angle. People say, I heard someone say about Kevin Owens, Kevin Steen, looks like some regular dude. Yeah, but he can fucking go. The business has changed. You look like a regular dude. I would hang out with you and smoke lunch with you and chill with you. But if you could pull some shit off in here, that makes me go, you're not a regular dude. You are a special individual. That's when the ignorant crowd that goes, put your shirt on, we're making fun of him, he's fat, he's fucking fat. And you do something that makes him go, oh shit. And you just turn, look at one of those motherfuckers just for 2 seconds. And go back to your business. I promise you by the end of the match, that one guy will be clapping for you. You want to take it even further with the shirt on, after you beat a motherfucker or whatever, you can go to them. You can go to put your shirt on, shake all your shit right out. Whatever. Something to say, fuck you. Do not let them get in your head. Not only with put your shirt on, don't let them get in your head with you fucked up. Don't let them get in your head with whatever the fuck if you ever go to Louisiana, Alabama, Arkansas, North Carolina, Florida, Tennessee, Texas. Those places. Okay. But do you ever let it get in your head? No. And I'm just using you because that's a unique thing. Here's a couple of things. One, when they give Sonny shit, by the end of the match, they know they can't do what he can do. Between you and me, half of them want to fuck him. Am I wrong?
Yes,
do not blush. I don't care. I can see you blushing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, sure. But that's a power that he has. You have a power. Can I ask you to take the shirt off? Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Shuffle! 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 Hang on a second. No. Hang on a second. He has something that Matt Striker will never, ever have. Somewhere a promoter is looking for you. I'm going to call that promoter and you're going to call it, but I'm Matt Striker. I may or may not have ads. I was on Raw. I did this, whatever. Do not be ashamed of what you have. Do not be ashamed of what you have. You look around. No one here has what you have. No one can do what you can do with what God gave you. If you don't believe in that, with what you've been given. Don't be afraid of it. And I'll tell you, if I was wrestling you, they started to put your shirt on stuff, you don't think that I wouldn't pull some hairs out of you, tell you to sell, maybe titties for a second, and then when the time is right, bro, you are giving me a splash in the corner, you are going to rub your belly all over me, you are going to give me a body splash, you are going to do every single thing I can think of that involves you putting this all up on my shit, because they're going to fucking love it. So don't be insecure. Don't be insecure at all. And if you are bothered by your physical appearance, in any way, which by the way, I have seen, you are fine. Look, motherfucker, ain't nobody special on this motherfucker. He's in good shape. Wow, that's it. Seriously, maybe me. But if you want, change your shit up. You're in control. And I don't like that pressure. Beautiful human being. I don't want you to feel that. Seriously, fuck those motherfuckers. Now, sometimes I take my pants off in the match, and that's a whole other thing. Any other questions from this side? Because I gotta go over here, and then we gotta wrestle. You all set? You have nothing? Angie to Greg. Nope. CJ. Sheepish CJ. Show sheepish. How old are you?
I'm 20.
Oh, he's your. How long have you been wrestling? 2.5 years. Joe B trains you?
He did.
All right, Siege. Tell me what's the question.
I've been working the same gimmick for the last 2 years now, and right now I seem pretty confident knowing what it is, but...
Been working the same gimmick for 2 years now, so pretty confident knowing what it is, but...
But I feel like in a way I'm still trying to figure out some things about who it is, but my big question is, how can I do something different, but also stay true to what I have?
What do you have? Let me ask you that.
I have my character has a lot of energy, and he's always having fun, and he's like the underdog. He is always going in for a fight. He never stops. He's kind of goofy, but...
You goofy? No, come on! What's your character's name?
Jose Salvador.
Oh, that's right. I've asked you this already. Don't smoke pot. And you have your mask with you or no? You don't. Okay, fine. So you say you know your character. You say he's goofy. He's always having fun. Blah blah blah. And then you tell me that he wears a mask. You don't play any sport whatsoever other than frisbee. You're mad. I didn't beat you up. And he wears a mask. Dr. Wagner? I should know this. Dr. Wagner.
Yeah.
Lucha. Oh, it's wet. Why is it? Awareness. But he's telling me that he knows his character. How do I stay true to my character while making changes? And you had described this very animated character, and then you put this on. So this is a huge challenge. I'm eager to see what you do with this, because it's hard to convey emotion when you're wearing a mask. So let's go to that first. I want you to go 5 minutes with the man, Chris Romano. You like to work as a baby face? See, motherfucker. Joe Aldo, Espanol, Caño, Siccio.
You gotta be prepared.
Okay. You like being a baby face? Yes. Crown has hijacked the wrestling. How does it feel now? I embraced you in front of men. Now you're mocking me?
That wasn't him.
Have a heart, Sam. I'm gonna take my shirt off. Chill, son. Just chill. Okay, Chris, go with El Salvador for 5 minutes. Your baby face from underneath. You're going over. Now you said, how do you stay true but make some deviations, right? Give me one deviation that you want to make, one addition you want to give to Salvador. Tell me.
Addition I want.
You're trying to figure out. So what do you say we watch and we see if we can't find something for you to add to your repertoire? Okay? 4 minutes, not 5. Ding, motherfucking ding. Gotta get it. Come on now. 1, 2. Now in this one. Come on. Are you okay? You dying? Let him fix his mask. Alright, have a conversation with him. Fix his mask. Get up! Get off with this headmask. What do you say, young fella?
No.
Give?
No! No!
One, two, keep my dick. Keep working, it's my fault.
You stupid!
One minute. Who's over in this? We gotta see who's over. Jose, we gotta go home, buddy. Come on. I'm down. Venga. We gotta go. Let's go. End this match. No one's watching it. Okay. End the match. Anytime you want. Take care of yourself, please. End the match. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Why don't you guys clap? You didn't like it? No, I'm asking. Why was there not an initial ooh la la? Everyone okay? Nobody hurt? Stay with me. So there was not an initial yay, we're so happy we saw that. Why not? Come on guys, lay it on. Chris has been working 10 and you've been working for 2.5. What do you got for me?
I didn't feel like there was any real heat. You were talking about fighting from underneath, and honestly, Chris, you were taking an ass whooping for a good majority of it. Personally, he's half your size and you bumped on the first big jumping clothesline. Again, just for me personally, that bump, I'd have taken one bump if I was.
Anyone else have some problems or some good things about it? Some more crowd engagement? You wanted to be in a part of it. I wanted to be in the party. You didn't invite me to the party. Fucking guy, no one invites him. Who fucking invites him?
When it was time to go home, they kept worrying about what was next.
When it was time to go home, they did not go home. You had a hand up?
I'm just going to go off of what was said before. I didn't really feel like there was much character there.
Right.
Like I've seen CJ do this before, and usually has a bit more spunk and character.
Spunk. Okay, cool.
I just couldn't tell the difference between like one face and one heel.
Couldn't tell who was a good guy or a bad guy. Buns.
Every match, when he does that in the theater group, he always looks at the crowd and goes, oh yeah, everybody look forward to that fucking champion again. He's gonna be that crowd is gonna be.
So, maybe you're nervous, but your original question was, what do I add? Because I have my character down, he said, sitting next to Neff over there. There must be something in the air over there with some confidence. He's no joy over there. I'm kidding. I got my character down. How do I make some changes while staying true? In the nicest way that I can say this, I think that you need to concern yourself more with how to transition in a match before you begin to worry about your character. Because once you get caught in here, you're also obviously a bright guy. I'm sure you're a little fucking out there. There's a brain in your fucking head. I recognize it because we're very similar. But do not get too much in your head about your characters. Worry about your craft before your character. Okay? She said that normally when you do the 619, which makes me think of
I'm sure you.
and not. You didn't lead up to it at all. You did it over there where the baseball people could see it. The first question that was asked an hour and a half ago was, how do I get booked? And I said, so, if you would just take 2 seconds, and I'm going to give you a trick, all of you, how to take 2 seconds, to realize that everyone is over here and over here. And if you were to set old Romano up over here, over here, over here, if you would have set him up, over here, Chris Romano, you would have gotten a pop. Because what they didn't see, what I did, is you fucking nailed him. Like honestly, like ding. I popped because I hate his stupid face. You could have pinned him off of that. I said, let's go home. He said, nah, I'm gonna go up there and do a splash. Before you get too wrapped up in this, please worry about your craft. So now, the way to sports. The way to slow down. You can do it any way you choose. This is what I use. When I think I'm going too fast, and I promise you, you're all going too fast. Every last one of you. More so you guys than anyone else. I think of a song. Any song. And I work to the beat of that song. Even if it is happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jose. Happy birthday to you. Right? Now, what do you do when the guy starts to do moves in your song? Keep him at your song. When you feel comfortable enough, let him lead the song. Any song at all. Sing your song, mother. Grab my pinky like that again, we're gonna fight for real. Sing your song.
Don't have the power!
Don't be scared. I'm the fucking boss. Okay, time out. Is this a death metal song?
Transformers.
You guys understand that he's going squeezing my arm like there's juice coming out. Sing the song, but do not have the venom and anger that is living in your heart to your opponent. Right? Now, I noticed the big thing here, and I went here. I want to go to questions here, but I noticed something that my 10-year veteran, indie veteran has done. I noticed everyone does it. I'm a babyface, he's a heel. He knocks me down. What's the point of a wrestling match? Pin him. Pin your opponent, right? I saw you do this 3 times in this match, but just work with it. Go right ahead. Right. Okay. Keep working with me. 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 Keep working. I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna sit here. So keep working. What are you doing? Keep working. Come on. Keep working with me. Keep working. Okay, so he's not doing it. I'm waiting for him to do it. What? Why are you so tight? Oh my God! Of course you are. I'm not tight. I'm good at my promos. I know my character. I've been wrestling for 10 years. Fuck all of you! You're fucking tight. Let go. don't want you to do that. All the heels do is they knock their baby face down, just lay down off the bump, and they pick the fucker right back up. If I'm fighting Vin in a bar, and I get lucky enough to fucking pop Vin in his stupid chin, down Vin goes, even to a fucking knee. Am I gonna pick that fucker back up? Fuck no. I may run away. But if not, I'm kicking you in the face, I'm kneeing you into something, I'm not picking you back the fuck up. Heels, don't pick your baby faces up. Tell your baby faces to get up. Lay on your back, please. Boom! Work your way up to that corner where Joe is, please. Oh. There we go. Stand up for me, please. I appreciate that. Take a nice little knee for me. Good. Tell him where to go. I don't need to move him around. That's where wrestling becomes fake. This is my favorite. It's the stupidest fucking thing in the world. I'm still gonna do the spot anyway. So don't pick up, place, put unless it's for something. This side of the room. I haven't heard from many of these guys. If you guys don't have any questions, we can all hop up and play for the last whatever time is left. You got a question, fucker. Oh, you didn't? Okay, what do you know?
How do you just get better? How do you pace yourself to a promo?
Promos?
That's like pacing yourself.
Pacing yourself?
I feel like when I do a promo, I get like amped up, like too crazy for some reason.
Let's all take an April. Come on. The way you pace yourself for a promo is the same way you pace yourself for a match. The same way you pace yourself when you know you got an hour's drive and you want to get here at 7 o'clock. Same way you pace yourself. But I know that me, Sonny, Camille, and Bunny are all meeting over at the fucking Ramada. I gotta be there at 9. I'm gonna get in the shower at 8. Pace yourself for the boss. So as far as pacing goes, you control the pace, no matter what it is. You can't really run a lot because you guys are here, but if I wanted to, I can move at this kind of pace, Joey. I can move it that you're a great motherfucker too. What is going on here? If I want to, I can have this kind of pace. Take my legs. Oh, shit. Cover me. Kick out. Go close one. Give me your left hand. Here we go. I can have that pace with him if I want, or his hair smells so good. Like, seriously. Oh my goodness gracious. Or I can have this pace with him. It's up to me. You guys know who Tiger Mask was? You guys know who the Dynamite Kid was? They would purposely go so slow in the beginning. By the time they went and did, you guys know this thing right here? Just right here. You know that fucking thing, whatever that shit is? He would do it at half speed, but because everything was so slow in the beginning, that looked super fast. This is a magic trick. Now you see me, now you see me, now you see me too. You guys see that fucking movies? It's all an illusion. Everything we do is an illusion. Everything. You forearmed him, there was no illusion. You forearmed him. For real. It's okay because it's wrestling. But if I forearm Joe in the face for real, what is probably going to happen to Joe's face? Look at what happened to Vinny's forehead and nose. By the way, the receipt came through him, for you, by him. Just so you know. Because it was real! So you need to understand how you want to pace and the believability of what you do. Questions?
Okay, I know you can't get in there.
Everyone's good? We can fucking dance? Who's the best wrestler on this ring right now? You're the best wrestler? You're a shooter. Amateur, jiu-jitsu, all that shit? How long you been amateur wrestling?
I did from 7th grade all the way out through high school.
You stopped in high school? Champion of anything?
Regional tournament. I placed 3rd in my district.
Amateur wrestler. Where is Chris? Ask the real question about putting holds on again, right? How do you guys get taught to lock up in pro wrestling? Lock up with it. Lock up. What I did with any of you fuckers. There is one similarity though. What's the similarity? Why are you grabbing the back of my head? Control me, right? In amateur, what's the first thing him and I both went to grab with the other side? Did we go for his legs? I ain't gonna shoot a leg on him. He don't know me to shoot a leg. For amateur, what did you go to? What? Why did you just push my hand off your head? So, it depends on where you're from. I was always taught in pro wrestling to not do that. A bunch of you pounded me in the back of my head. Okay, that's cool. Some of you, though, and I gave you a nod when you did, went to my collar and my elbow. Not my head and my elbow. With Aaron grabs the back of my head, and I grab the back of Aaron's head, and this is real, what should we do? Bang! Fuck you, you fucking... Collar, elbow tie-up. That's what it's called.
Don't take it at this point.
Collar and elbow tie-up. The reason I go to the collar and not the head, pro, not amateur. When I go to the collar, see this? You see this? I can now control him. I don't have to grab him by the back of the head. And in the elbows, we can now dance all we want, all day long. The reason guys collar and elbow tie up in pro wrestling is to illustrate dominance. For every indie match, this is the collar and elbow. It means nothing. I can tell you right now, and I'll have you all fucking do it. Every single one of you will get in here with the person to your left, and you'll lock up with them. None of you, 1, 2 sets of you, will have any sound to your lockup. And there's a trick for sound. This has no sound at all, other than our feet. No, I didn't take it. I'm getting strong, The lockup has to have sound. So, get back your left is him. Just lock up. And then we'll go down. We'll go D and so on. Go ahead. Hand on the back of the head. Hand on the thing. No sound. Take off. That's good. Now I'm not saying you guys should slap each other. There's a trick. If your lock up is fundamentally sound, it's going to have a pop to it. So you snuck it in with the foot, which is fine. The lock up looked real good. Do it again and stay in the lock. Stay right there, don't move. Hand on the back of the neck. It's okay, it's not bad. Hand on the back of the neck. Did anyone notice what Camille did with her feet? One more time. Watch her feet. Throw hop. Now everyone's taught in the beginning. You step, hop into the lock. We're all taught that way. You bend at the hip just a little bit and lean forward. That hop is going to look like you're going to fucking kill me. Some of you bigger guys are going to want to do that. Easy. Then get in there. They should pop each other. Out. Chris and Joe. What time is it this way? I'm telling you, Gangrel. And I'm telling whoever you're saying, I'm telling the same. Alright. He's 16, does nothing. That had sound. That had sound. Even though you didn't know what he was doing, that had sound. You want to know why? Shush. Do you know why it had sound? For the young 16-year-olds who know nothing about the business? It's loose. He doesn't know enough yet to be tight. It's nice and loose. And when it's loose, you get sound. Tight, and I get sounds like cut my hands. It's not as much sound as when you're loose. I always think Sonny's massive. What the? Chill the fuck out! A minute. Just a minute, son. Are you excited to get in and shit? Just relax. Are you ready? You ready? Smoke it too? Alright. What I need to know?
I mean, it's not hard. So have a good night.
Lock up. Okay, so Sonny lunges. Sonny's been working forever, does every show. Sonny has Sonny's habits. Sonny lunges. Sonny comes straight on. If Sonny comes straight on with the wrong person, Sonny's gonna get Sonny's arms broken. Some Alabama big guy who don't like you is going to kill you. Also, Sonny grabbed my amateur wrestling friend's head over in a very hard and aggressive way. I want to use this as an example. You have a character, right? What is your character? Elaborate, flamboyant. Can you lock up one more time? Does that lock up represent Sonny's character, or is it a departure in a brief moment of what I'm seeing here? There's nothing to do with your character at all. You need to. See, the thing about it, Sonny, it's perfect that you're here. You expect everything to be okay, but have any of you ever been in here with him? Legit as fucking can be. So, underneath the stiff lockup and shit, if you could just give me that much more Sonny in the lockup, it would make the lockup so much more interesting. Everything Sonny does is interesting. Everything I do ain't that interesting. There's nothing interesting about this. But Sonny doing the same exact thing. Which one is better? Which one's gonna look better on TV? Which one are people gonna put the remote control down for? Regardless of how they feel, you're gonna watch that. That's the difference. Sonny is better than Matt Striker. Let that sink in. Sonny belongs on television more than Matt Striker. Burn this tape. And there's nothing I can do. I'll try, and I'll be good at it. There's nothing I can do to be Sonny, to be safe, to be Bunny, to run. Okay? More lockups, go. Okay. Come back and stay in your lockup. Stop right there. I'm a referee. Pick up some tape. There's a place between here and here that's going to make it look like a struggle. Ready? Look at what this on. Just doing that. I'm not doing a thing with her. She's actually leaning more on me than I am on her. I'm controlling her with this. And I'm making all of the ha-ha hey-hey with this. Making it look like she's doing something. This leg is kicking around, whatever the fuck it is. I'm not doing this. This is what you guys are doing. There's no struggle there. You're right in the dick. Don't do that. Struggle with this bitch. Let this cunt know that just fuck her. Again. Heard it? It was there. I heard it. Give me a time. You'll feel it. Get back into that. Wasn't ready. This shit's soft. It's to the side. Hang on a second. Give me a second. Do that shit again. Bitch, you'll feel something all right. I am. Better let her know some real business when you get a chance. There was a sound to that one. It had more aggression. The lockup can be tight. Anyone that tells you to loosen up on your lockup, I'll be the first one. Don't slam your bone against someone's collarbone. That lockup, it can definitely be tight if you want it to be. One more time, I'm just flirting with something. The first one was better, kid. Do it again. 14. Better than you. She got the same sound out of Chris. She had the same sound out of Chris? Let's find out. Get in here, Pac-Man. Whoa, I'll spend the shirt back on. That's the reason I chose you. You know what, you're out. Listen, you're in here. Yeah, Mercy, let him know. This motherfucker's know. I'm doing some shows in there. Alright, lock up Angie the Greg and Reezy. Again. You guys obviously know what? Kids wearing sweatshirts. Now, how many indie wrestlers do you know that wrestle in some kind of shirt? how do you get sound? This is never gonna get sound out of this. You cup your top hand and your other hand, you can create a sound. I still won't get it because of the fucking young people's music and shit. Why is this wet? Why is that wet? Rain, motherfucker, you've been here for 2 hours. If you cup your hand though, you can get a bit of a sound. I can kind of hear that. All of you, cup your hands, you will get a sound. That's the trick. Nothing else. You.
Take it off. Bring it over.
No, don't do that part. The wink at me shit, that fucks me up. Because I feel something in my stomach, and I don't want to feel it. So stop it. Look at that. See that? Motherfucker wink at me. Damn. Why don't y'all motherfuckers like that? Alright, I heard a little bit of a slap. Don't keep your elbow up like that. One more time. Okay, back of the head. Be careful. Now, you did I didn't see it. Look, you've been wrestling for 35 years. One more time. So, what he's doing, the old Johnny Rods, he's being loose. Everything's loose. And finally, when he makes contact, he's giving sound. You go to the back of the head, you go to the shoulder. Okay? And that just comes from being real comfortable and loose. Not bad. That came from Joseph. Don't be so long-armed. Okay? Try it again. One more time. Okay, good. Shit boy, shit girl. Don't worry, you shit boy.
I figured.
Listen. How's that feel? Actually pretty alright. The only thing I don't love is this. How old are you? 12? Like a man. That's my new favorite guy. If anybody beats you up here or takes the beats, let me know. And I'll have you. Alright. One more time. One more time. Hey, every time you're shutting your eyes as soon as he gets there. You gotta stop that. Because if your eyes are shut, go ahead and shut your eyes. You have no idea what's happening. My hands suck. If anyone's ever going to shoot up a shopping mall, it's these two fuckers. Actually, let me make that joke anymore. Hey, Dave. Do you have a character that you in real life or just no? That's your character? You're filming. That's your gimmick. You're a hungover face. That was fucking great. I would watch that. 100%. It also has a lot to do with the fact that kind of, sort of, a lot of times it's hard. I'm working with Vinny. How am I going to get that big lockup on the guy? When you have someone that is of similar size and mass to you, it's a lot easier. So when you're working with someone, just keep that in mind. Their body is a tool, and you have to be able. There are certain things I would do with Vinny I would not do with Dave. There's a bunch of shit I would do with Dave that I would not do with Vinny. And then there's some shit that I would do every once in a while. Alright. Matter of fact, can you take your shirt off? What's the one that's been the most entertaining? Was it because of the lockup? Nothing to do with the lockup at all. Had to do with what he did here. He's talking to you. You just kind of go. I noticed you do this. I noticed you do this. You do that. If you add a little something before this, you will make this that much better. Whether it's whatever it is, you all are just going, and that's not the performance. I need you especially to come out of your shell. You're like this the whole fucking time. You're gonna have a heart attack by the time you're 40. You're a saltador, a luchador, and you be smooth. You're gonna jerk off. You have, right? You know the feeling when you're done? I've said this before, you're just kind of laying there like this. That's how you need to be. Spaghetti arms the whole way. And then finally, come in and tag you. Okay? Oh, no. You already did it? You know that? You did it? Tonight you have oil on it and shit? Imagine him making the sex days later. Just think of it for a minute. You good? How old are you? 26. Alright. Joy and pain. One more time. Joy, my dear. I'm sorry. Camille, my dear. This is Joy. Joy doesn't have a lot of experience. You have gangrel experience. You are literally keeping her away. As a vet, in this exercise, I need you to bring her to you. Does that make sense? Instead of keeping her away, call for free confidential assessment. Feel the flexibility in the arms. Oh, she told you to do stuff. I know, that's what I'm saying. How tight? No, not like that. Yeah, you can loosen up a little bit on the fingers there. So loosen those up a little bit and bend your elbows a little bit more. This one too, bend it. That's better. What am I moving you with? What? None of you, I watched however many lockups just now, not a single one of you used this. Not a single one of you used this. She's been in the ring for 2 seconds and I'm moving her around like she's Tito Santana. And she don't even, she's watching the feet right now, so she's doing it. You have to learn how to maneuver your opponent. Even if you're in there with Big Vin over there, 911,000 million, you gotta be able to move this guy. I'm moving her, I'm still moving her. Just so you know, it might look like she's moving me, I'm moving her the whole time. I'm in control the whole time. I still can hurt you with this. Alright. Questions, comments, concerns? Who wants to show me what they can do? Who's the best?
I'll raise my hand before you added that line.
I haven't seen anything from you either. Get in here. Start from heat. I'm going to end with, you guys hear this term all the time in your matches, heat. Get some heat on me. You guys know the difference between getting heat and setting heat? Have you ever heard the term setting your heat? What's a good heat spot? Sunny.
Like on the ropes, like that or something like that. Choking them on the ropes, yeah.
What's a good heat spot, Vin?
Just a quick arm wrench, pretty much. Like a quick, not arm wrench, sorry, choke hold, quick.
You guys know what a heat spot is? So a heat spot is something that the heel does that shuts the babyface off. This babyface has been giving me arm drags and drop kicks for the last 3.5 minutes. Finally, I come up and I thumb him in the eye, and I take his fucking head off with a clothesline. Are we in the heat? Are we in the heat? No, you're not in the heat. You're giving me arm drags and drop kicks, right? Then kick me with that foot. Whoa, shit. Cover your way up. Good shot. Take a step back. Come charge me again. Whoa! Come eat this food, take them off. What's up? Are we in the heat?
Yes.
Are we in the heat? Are we in the heat? No. I don't know, are we? There's no answer yet because the heat depends on what your babyface does. So, switch roles completely. You're me. Thumb me in the eye. You did the cardinal sin, don't do it anymore, nobody, stop doing this. It's over, stop it. Thumb me in the eye. Now the boot. Boom, fuck. Dang. Then what? I didn't do that, I beat you up. Yeah, you started punching me in the head, right? Right? Oh my god, 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 oh my god. Then you did something else to me. Whatever the fuck it was, right? Slaps the leg. I went over here. You kicked the ropes, and I asked, are we in the heat? Kick the ropes. Whoa! 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 Are we in the heat? Are we in the heat? Why not? Fighting back. I'm showing hope. But, anyone cook? turn that flame on, you put whatever on there, water or whatever starts to boil, right? I'm starting the heat now. Coming back. Woo, woo. Cut me off. What the fuck is you stick something? Bang! Give me a punch. Boom! Charge me and give me a whatever. Whatever the fuck. Boom! Are we in the heat? Yes. 100%. Now we're in the heat because we set the heat. It's not such an ideal example, just showing you a whole spot, because there's so much more to it. But the heat should not just be lay down. Heat. I'm going to do 7 moves to you. 1 move. Flipping move. Move that really doesn't do anything. Other move. Have your baby faces fight and then kill them. Just set and start good heat. So start from the heat. Make sense? He's down there. Kick his ass. I want you to build to a comeback. And we're going to end with the comeback. 2 minutes. Heat. Comeback. Fuck it. 3 minutes. I'll count in my head. Go. Says no. Let's go for a comeback. Those of you that have been paying attention for the last 2.5 hours, what did I hate with a P-A-S-S-I-O-N? Hang on, I didn't call on you. I want someone that I have not heard of. Someone, hey, Aaron, Mr. I'm an amateur wrestler man.
Picked him up.
Sonny's meth dealer boyfriend. What?
He picked him up from the ground.
Picked him up at least 4 or 5 times. In case you haven't noticed, you're a lot bigger than him. What are you picking him up for? I don't know. Wanted to pick him up. Wanted to do some moves to him. Once he's down, tell him. You took him and you walked him over the ropes. Tell him. Sell over the ropes. Work your way up. There was one point where you literally put his head higher than yours. Literally. You went, there you go. If the opponent's head is higher than yours, you're not winning. In the heat, you're supposed to be beating his ass. What was there none of? No hope at all. None whatsoever. Seriously. You're like a Syrian refugee. None. No hope at all. Even just get the fuck off of me. Even just go to drop an elbow. I'll move. Dead. Even that is hope. Because once you were getting your ass kicked and I said it's time for a comeback, you got up like nothing happened and knocked him down 3 times, whipped him to the ropes. No psychology at all, guys. None. Now I know you'll all do shows this weekend and you'll all do your shit, but when you finally get a shot at WWE, there's no reason why any of you really should. Every single one of you. can offer something. Yeah, all of them. Maybe not you. That's what they're going to be looking for. They're going to look to see hope, heat, camera, confidence. Is he quiet? Is he cocky? Is he stiff? Does he have psychology? Did he put people over in his promo? Were his lockups real? Do you believe everything he said? Is he different? You guys all go through the motions. Every last one. This is art. I said start from the heat. Work to a comeback. There was no working to the comeback. You just went right to the comeback. Build to it. Where do you live? In this gym? 5 minutes away. You know how to get home from here? What if Victory Boulevard is closed? There's a dead hooker on the street. Do you know a different way to go? Same thing here, guys. You do your shows this weekend, it's 12 matches. 12 matches, you're going to do the exact same thing. How are you going to take a different road? Staten Island Expressway is jammed. I don't know how the fuck I'm getting home, but I promise you I will get home. Think better than everyone else. You're tall, thing in your lip. Be different. Don't just be the guy in a white shirt that's going to chop meat. You're better than that. I won't even do this.
About 7 years on and off.
7 years you trained him.
Richie Rock?
Who?
Richie Rock?
Richie Rock.
PWA?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Let me have 2 people, and I want you to build a finish. Do you know what that means? Who knows what build a finish means? Get in here, get in here. I'll bet you fucking $1 million they don't know what build a finish is. What is build a finish? The finish is the cross arm break, the Juji Gatomi, whatever it is. Where's the thing? You know what I mean? Fucking thing. Cross arm break. You know what I mean? That's the finish. Build to a finish. Out of a double down. Down. Both of you. You're going over with the arm bar. You have 2 minutes to build to this finish. Assuming you've laid seeds early in your match.
We've laid seeds early?
Yeah.
Okay.
So build to your finish. Does not matter. Remember, you're coming off the double down. Yes! Why are you clapping? They had 2 minutes to build to that finish. You came in 5 seconds. Your arm wasn't even hyperextended before you tapped out. Vince still has a minute and a half left of TV. If you would have, take my arm down. Right? And we did that for another minute, and then finally we get right back to the middle of the ring, and that would be building to a finish. You shot your load. You get 2 minutes on WWE television, you decided to go home in 30 seconds. I would kill for your extra minute and a half. I'll give your extra minute and a half to this motherfucker right here, and he'll be on Raw every week. You asked me at the start of this thing, why do some people get booked and some people don't? Why do we do that? Why did he just squander his opportunity? Why did he do that? Why did he squander his opportunity? Why did he go home in 30 seconds? Why?
Pacing of the match. Pacing of the match.
Good player.
Maybe ran out of things to do.
Pacing. Going too fast. Too concerned with what's next.
Overexcited.
You guys see what I'm doing here? I'm taking all of your questions. It's not easy. Rushed. Rushed. An opportunity comes. You just went, now wait for the next bus. There may not be a next bus for a long fucking time. You guys know Samoa Joe? Been doing this for 20 fucking years. Finally he's getting his chance. Maybe. And this is more you and me talking for real. There's no reason you should be rushing here. We talked about building heat, setting heat, building to a finish. Do you guys know how to shine? I mean, that's basic. Do you know what a shine is? Who doesn't know what shine is? Who knows what shine is? Who's the best shiner here? Shine is simple, guys. You take something and you go like this, and you sell it. I'm not making these words up, these are wrestling words. You shine it up so you can sell it. Look how nice this is. Do you want to buy this? I'm selling this. Shine just means you're going to make him look good. However you need to do that. Whether it be letting him do all his moves, or knowing I take a great monkey flip, I take a great DDT, I take a hell of a backdrop. I'll tell you what, at some point, shoot me in, give me a nice big backdrop. I'll come up, I'll meet you over there, give me a nice big monkey flip. I'll come up, go to punch me, I'll duck, catch me in the DDT. That's your shine. You know DDT's a finish. Yeah, but I didn't get to do my super kick on my leapfrog and my... This is what I'm good at. I can't take your moves. So please let me do what I'm good at. I'm old and broken. You get in there with him, and he says, whatever you want to do, I'll do. If you learn now, at this point in your career, what you're good at, and what you're not good at, you'll be a much better wrestler. Kurt Angle once taught me, every time I wrestled him, I would go to the ropes and go to whip him, reverse me. He reversed me every single time. Every single time. Finally I said, excuse me, sir, am I doing something wrong by the way I'm whipping you? And he goes, no, what are you talking about? I go, every time I go to whip you, you always reverse me, you call it off. He goes, oh, I don't like the way I look when I run the ropes. I go, what do you mean? He goes, yeah, I don't like the way my legs look when I run the ropes, so I don't do it. You mean if you don't do something well, or you don't look good doing something, you don't have to do it? Keep that shit in mind. When these guys call these moves that you may or may not be able to do and you're not sure until you get out there, and you want to have a big day, you're like, yeah man, fuck, I'll do that, I'll take that shit, and then you're like, oh fuck, I might die. Know what you do and what you don't do. Get closer.
What if you can't take their finish? So what are you gonna do?
Then you have to be honest. There aren't a lot of finishes that you can't take, there's a lot that you won't take. So let's just say, I say my finish is a power driver off the top rope. And you go, yeah, nah, motherfucker, I ain't taking that. Don't worry about it, I take care of you all the time. I did it to Mick Foley, Tommy Dreamer, they had broken necks, they were fine. What are you gonna say? What?
Not comfortable doing it.
You're not comfortable doing it? Hey, promoter, fucking Bunny here, doesn't want to take my finish. She doesn't trust me. How'd you get booked? flow someone. So take my finish. I don't care, I'll take care of you, I promise. I promise you I'll take care of you. Tommy Dreamer took it. He's fat, stupid. If you're not comfortable, you're not taking it. You guys know who Draws is? He was comfortable taking everything. It wasn't his fault, it wasn't the guy's fault that gave it to him. It was just a free thing and now the guy's in a wheelchair. I bet you every night he wishes he didn't take that thing. Some shit. You wanna get power bombed?
No, I was just saying.
No, I was just What?
Obviously, you're gonna tell them not to. Obviously, you're gonna tell them it's not comfortable taking it. But if they go through the motions, why are you gonna not take it, etc., etc.? Then should you just say fuck it and just get a different opponent? Or
you guys are on a different level. Certain guys can say, you know what, Bunny, it was good working with you. I ain't taking your shit. Joe, thanks for having me. I'm out. You have to make that call. That's a tough one to end this thing on too, because he says to me, yo, take my finish, and I go, I'm not comfortable. We might fight, he might bury me, I may get a bad reputation, but I promise you, I'll be able to walk out of that building with all my fingers and all my toes, because what if it goes wrong? You're gonna kick yourself for the rest of your life. If you're not comfortable taking everything, then you might not be cut out for this. But if there's some of these things, like a power driver that sends you through time, then say no. Most moves should be safe. A lot of these apron moves that these guys give, I don't like them. And I'll tell guys, I don't trust myself, and no disrespect, I don't trust you. And if I could say that to someone right in their face, yo, no disrespect, I don't know you, I don't trust you. He may hate my guts, but he'll at least respect me. And if he wants to be a dick and I say, all right, so moving on, I'm gonna give you a snap man, he goes, nah, I don't feel comfortable taking that, son. I don't know why you asked that, son. Now we know we have an issue, and we're gonna be like pulling teeth. So that's a real tough area, and I don't envy you guys having to go through it. Do you find yourself saying, I don't want to take it?
It happened.
Once or a lot? What was the finish? You don't tell me who.
Powerbomb.
Powerbomb?
Never took it before. She said it was fun.
Alright, so now that you went and did a show and the girl says powerbomb, you said no. That Monday, you need to go to your wrestling school, pull out the crash pad, and have someone powerbomb you 100 times. Because that is a move that will get called more often than not. So don't paint yourself into a corner not having a tool. You were smart to say I had never taken it before, but how long have you been wrestling?
A year and a half.
A year and a half, and you're doing shows, but you've never taken a powerbomb?
Before she came here, she couldn't bump. This is before she came here.
Okay.
And I told her, don't do it.
There's
Lesson
a
learned.
bigger lesson here, though. You can't take a powerbomb. Maybe don't be doing shows where people powerbomb. Just saying.
I agree. I love
Yeah,
it.
man.
Is that a good time to throw out stuff like that?
Absolutely. So listen, I've never taken a powerbomb before, but I do take a front flip bump really nice. Do you want me to go for the powerbomb and maybe I'll slip out or something, you know what I mean? There's ways. And then there's always the old carny way. If you let someone hook you, they're gonna give it to you anyway. So, again, I don't envy you here, but most of you seem smart enough to be able to say no. If I walk up to this guy and I say, can I get you, kid? He's gonna say no, say fucking no. I'd rather you didn't, sir, as passive. No, motherfucker. Anything else? I want to end it on positive. Alright, everyone knows everything?
You know what? What's your take on people doing more forms now than actual strikes?
Alright, we can end on this. I said it before, if I punch fucking Logan Black in the face 100 times, he should be bleeding. If I forearm him, by the way, where do you guys forearm? I'm seeing everyone point to different shit.
Mine for neck.
Okay, so this is good. If you ever forearm me in my collarbone, I promise you, I will forearm you in the neck as hard as I possibly can. Not after 3 times, after 1 time. Collarbone is the easiest bone to break. You don't even realize you break it, you're out 6 to 8 fucking weeks. Oh. So those of you that think that you forearm here, please don't forearm in the clavicle. You want to forearm in the neck, go right ahead. But there's a trick. Remember, everything's an illusion, right? Am I really forearming him? See that space? See that space? Hi, everybody. See that space? I'm going to try to put his ear in that space. My shirt now. Don't pull your head away. Stop moving your head. I'm putting your head there for a reason. I'm hurting myself to protect him. I'm letting his head hit my arm. So when I bring it out of nowhere, whoa! I got him, but I didn't hurt him, right? At all. I don't want you guys watch Japan and you watch indie wrestling and these kids, God bless them, they're fucking killing each other because we're men and we're wrestlers and we can take it because look how big our dicks are. I'll get the same reaction. The same reaction out of that. Forearms are fine. Watch the matches before you. Every single match always has. Lay down. Oh, we've done every move to each other. Let's get up to our knees and have a strike sequence in the middle of the ring. Oh my God. You go first. Oh, okay. Now I'll go. Now you go. Okay, now I'll go. Now let's come up to one knee. Okay, good. Now let's keep chaining one. Okay, let's go up to both legs. Here we go. And now, hang on a second. I'm not done. I'm going to run over there. You hit me with one, okay? No, you hit me with one. Oh, my God. Yeah. Oh, God. Now you run that way. But I'm going to run that way, too. Stop short in the middle. And now bump on this one. Bang! Every indie mark goes. You're a giant human being. You forearm me once. I promise you I'm not running around. You have my word. Sonny forearms me once and it gets a hell of a sound. I'm not running around. Think real. Think shoot. And you will never have a problem. Anything else before we go into the Matrix? That's it. Couple things. 1, don't clap. 2, there's a lot that was given to you guys today. I want to go around and just want you to tell me one thing you remember. And then we can end it. But the best piece of advice I can give you guys is each and every one of you belong here. You all have a right to be doing this, to trying this out. Anyone that tries to deter you from doing this shit, don't be a dick. Cut them out of your life. Negativity will fuck you up in the ring. If you stay positive and you love this and you're kind to each other. I don't have to like him, and I don't at all. But I'm kind to him and I respect him. And I respect him. I don't talk shit about him. I don't go to Rennie and say he's such an asshole. I don't go on fucking Twitter. I respect him. Because in here, he's my best friend. The minute I let him pick me up for a bodysuit, he's my best fucking friend. Please don't fucking drop me. Okay? Try to keep that shit in mind. So, one thing you remember. New way to think about heat. New way to think about heat. One thing he remembers. One thing he remembers.
Be your own person. Don't let the fans dictate the match.
Don't let the fans dictate the match. Loud, motherfucker!
You got it because of your looks and like you saw.
Sometimes you get booked for just being good looking. That's what he said. You're 14 also? You're going to be on TV one day. 100%. You're a giant kid. Don't do drugs. Don't have sex with Sonny. Don't drink. Very bad. Don't smoke cigarettes. One thing you remember.
Stop worrying about what's next.
Stop worrying about what's next. Just do what you're doing.
We lost what I was about to say. But basically, come back to me. What was I about to say? Straight up.
Cup your hands to make more sound.
Heels never pick up the face.
Heels, don't keep picking up the baby face.
Get out of your own head.
Get out of your own head, says the girl who lives in her own head.
Show yourself before the headlock.
What?
Show your personality before you lock up.
Show some personality before you lock up. Show some personality all the time. Unless your character is, I will one day kill
Being confident in who you are and like your emotions in the ring.
Be confident in who you are in the ring. Don't let anybody make you feel insecure. Unless your character is Mr. Insecure, then go right ahead and be insecure. Some of us are, some of us aren't.
For the lockup, just keep the arm placement down and be a little, yeah.
Put a little spring and sponge in your arms in a lockup. Give the illusion of a struggle. Now, raise your hand if you would. If you didn't know any better. You're lying.
Don't think of every move, just remember what you're finishing on.
Don't think of every move, just remember the end. That's the good one. I can forget everything. As long as I remember the end, no one's gonna know. And when you call stuff in the locker room, you know the only people that know what you called are you and your opponent. The fans have no idea, so if you miss the tackle drop down leapfrog spot, nobody knows.
We'll be out of here. I'm telling you now.
Do what you're good at and don't plan every little thing in the match.
Work to your strengths. Do what you're good at. And you don't have to plan every single little thing in your match. Let your matches be organic, like love. What do I know?
You can't do all the flippy shit. Don't be afraid to be like a solid Dingalingo type worker because that is needed somewhere on the card.
If you can't do all the flippy shit, don't be afraid to be a good solid worker because by George, she didn't say by George, I did. That is needed on the card. I like you. I enjoy you very much. My name's Matt, not so.
Sorry about that.
Let it click. Don't try to force it. Don't come to me.
Let it click. Don't force it. This game will come to you at some point, somewhere, some way. For most of you. But I didn't realize you're that close.
To better structure my promos.
It's about him again, everyone. Better structure your promos. Learn how to help others with your talent, maybe.
That lack thereof.
Please. Blocking Dave. The fuck? You know what David's about? David will fucking kill you.
Yeah. Run perpendicular to the hard cam.
Motherfucker. Run, he said, perpendicular to the hard cam. Hard cam's there. You use spots like that. Not like that, but like that. Joy! Pump it up, pump it up.
To get out of your own head and don't let things get to you because it's going to block you in the ring.
Don't get out of your own head. Don't let things get to you because it'll block you in the ring. You okay? You emotional? You alright? You want to talk? Alright, God bless you. I love this, by the way. Homeboy.
Focus more on your craft than your character.
Focus more on your craft than your character. Do you burn insects with a magnifying glass? You do, don't you?
Maybe I did when I was a kid. If I did, then I don't remember.
Samuel, Book of Kings, my man.
Embrace the way you look and don't let the fans, get
Embrace the way you look and don't let the fans get in there. What do you got, homie?
Don't let someone else dictate your character.
Don't let someone else dictate your character. All right, from now on, you're going to be a gay fashion designer from Miami. Go.
I don't know if that's right.
Go. Promo, now.
For real?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't do it. Sorry.
Figure out what makes you different, so, you know, getting booked on shows.
Figure out what makes you different. Look at yourself in the mirror as long as you have to. Look at everyone else that's out there. If everyone's got long hair, go shorter. Everyone's wearing tights, go trunks. Everyone does backflips, don't do any flips at all. Everyone wants to be tough, macho, heterosexual.
Don't become corrupt. You know.
Don't let this business corrupt you. Don't become corrupt. That's the big one. 3 days. I'm gonna come back here in 6 months. He's gonna have Twitter, Pro Wrestling Tees, talking about his angle and his character. Actually, I joke around about Pro Wrestling Tees. That is a wrestler giving back to the wrestling community. When you guys reach a certain point, if you can and you want to, go do that. It's a new thing in wrestling in the last 5 years, but it's a way for you guys to make money. So God bless Colt Cabana and God bless Pro Wrestling Tees. I only use it as a joke. If you have the opportunity, go do it. I'm not poo-pooing it at all. Oh, shit.
Peace. Doing a whole lot of nothing could mean something.
Doing a whole lot of nothing can mean something. Sonny, come kiss him on the cheek for me. No, it's okay. I love that my newbies, my non-corrupted ones, they're remembering the good salt of the earth lessons.
Cup your hands,
Cup your hands on a lockup, on a chop.
Remember just to finish, let everything be organic.
Everything can be organic if you remember the finish.
Be who you are.
Be who you are. I'm still working on it. Thank you. I did. I'm done. No, I didn't get skipped you. Who'd I skip? No, because you've been wrestling longer than everybody in this ring. Do you really want to say what you learned?
You teach me every single day, man. Come on.
Last but not least, the guy that started this whole thing off by asking the question, how do I fucking get booked? I'm a 10-year indie veteran. I've been on every show under the fucking sun. You cannot go anywhere in 718-212-516-646-347 area code without seeing this fucking face right here. So, what'd you learn today?
If I have to
pick up boobies. Look at that. It's so much fun. I didn't mean to say that on camera, but it was fun. I enjoyed it.
With one specific thing. That one shot will be it. Don't fuck it up.
It's a lot of pressure to put on yourself.
Absolutely.
Maybe it's just do the best that you can with that shot instead of don't fuck it up, because you might get into your own head.
Absolutely.
You guys think he should be on TV? Dude, why? Why should TNA call him? Deserves? So I'm hearing a lot of the right answers. At the end of the day, the reason I asked the question is because now, tonight, you need to go home. And you need to look in the mirror and you need to say to that person in the mirror, should I be on TV? Do people want to see me? Why does someone want to see me and not Matt Striker? Why does someone want to see me and not Sonny Kiss? When you can find that answer, you come back here, you work on that in the ring. Those of you that find it, I watch. I'll see you motherfuckers out there. Chris has known me forever. Constantly tells me, oh, I teamed with Rennie the other day. Oh, I did it. If you don't think I see everything this fucking guy does, you're out of your mind. All the shit you don't want me to see, which is most of it. But I watch him for entirely different reasons. I'll see you guys, and I'll see who's remembering and who's not. Those of you that remember, you can make a living at this business. It's a Thursday night, I've been standing here for 3 hours. They're gonna give me a pile of cash, I'm gonna go home and smoke pot. How many of you are waking up tomorrow and going to a job you fucking hate?
I'm going tonight, after this.
End the conversation, guys. You took it out. Do it the right way. Don't let anyone stop you. Call might not come tomorrow, might not come in 10 years, but it will fucking come. And when it comes, you'll be fine. Trust me. Alright, don't get all in your head. Don't clap because you're fucking good. And not in the hey way, in the hey way. It has many meanings. I put my head in his bosom. Alright guys, thank you, I appreciate your time. Anyone wants to go? Anybody wants to roll, I'll roll. If not, like I said, I'll go home and do drugs. Thank you, I don't really do drugs. All this is an act. I'm a nice boy. Mom, I love you. Alright, that's it.
Joey works overnight.